They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get the strike. And guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. Stay on point, 6-2 gon' split 'em. LTN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. I got all those things, nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Y'all know what the fuck, boy.
Hey, what up, everybody? Peace and blessings to all y'all. Peace and blessings to everybody out here. Okay, let's get this thing started real quick. I'm gonna do the shout outs. Shout out to my guy, All Things. First one in. Peace and blessings, King. Ariana, peace and blessings, Queen. We got Mr. Mechanical, peace and blessings, King. That whole boy, peace and blessings, King. Black all day, even at night, peace and blessings, King. D1, my G, peace and blessings, King. Let's see. Brian King Falcon, peace and blessings, King. That's all that's done posted so far. And put this link out here. That's the wrong button. Okay. Yeah, I heard that, D1. You can hop up here and elaborate on that with me. Dropping the link. He might be a little late today. Y'all know how Black women time is. We already know how Black women time is. We ain't gonna act like it ain't Black women time. But how's everybody out here doing tonight? I mean today. How everybody doing today? All right, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is a pretty good day right here. It ain't raining for the first time in a while, so our brother's not in pain. I just want to say salute to all y'all that come through here. One thing I do want to talk about, deep free, peace and blessings, King. Yeah, I dropped that link. Anybody want to hop up here and to key get here? We can. You know, ain't no problem. But What I was gonna say is, right, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about today, right? Well, I want to talk about this fandom. I want to talk about this fandom right here. Now, a lot of people, they're not giving the reigning champion a chance, right? First thing I'm gonna say is, don't be surprised if tomorrow we get a ceremonial weigh-in. Don't be surprised. And make sure y'all remember Upper Echelon said it first, because Devin ain't close to weight yet. He's not close to weight. And that's why he's navigating. Like I said, with Adam Hurley, Tank already told you at 140, he doesn't like 140, Adam Hurley. I mean, you got to realize that'll be Tank's fourth division. When he went up and fought Mario Barrios, right? He was sluggish. It was too much weight for his frame. And I'm going to tell you a fight that you can relate to. Remember Wilder versus Fury 3? You remember Wilder, he had the extra weight on, but you see how he fought Fury. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same Wilder in part 3. It took away from his agility. It took away from his speed. It took away from his stamina. The same goes with Tank. Tank has a small frame. You want him to go to 140. Listen, Tank is 5'4", 5'5". You got to realize that. He's barely able to get on the rides at amusement parks, if you really think about it. I ain't trying to say he a midget, but the he's a small guy. Like my 10-year-old son is eye level with Tank. I'm going to just say that. So you got to realize this man is a very small guy. And 140, okay, a 6-foot person, the average weight for the weight for a 6-foot person is supposed to be 175 pounds. Well, really, the index for a 6-foot tall person for a healthy weight is 168.3. That's the healthy weight for a 6-foot person. Now, Tank is 7 inches shorter than that. Exactly that whole 168.3 for a 6-foot tall person. That's ideal weight. 200 is overweight. Salute, Marquis. Peace and blessings. Yeah, so you know, Tank is 135. He's actually at his good weight for his height is around 130. But you know, Tank's at 135, his third division. Now he went up to fight at 140 and won a belt. But after that, he said he didn't like it. Well, that's good right there, Brian King. I'm 228 and I'm 6'3". So I'm overweight. Plus I'm in my 40s. Plus, at one point, when I came home from prison, boy, I was benching 405. Like, I was stocky. Like, I was cut like a bag of dope. You feel me? I was cut up. 10 years of working out, it did me great. But that's neither here nor there. 5'9", 180. So technically, Adam Hurley, you're overweight. At 5'9", 180, technically you're overweight. Yeah, Brian King, I used to get hit 4-5 like 3-4 times. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if I can find an old picture of me real quick. But yeah, back then it was a lot. But I'm gonna tell you like this. So Tank, he did something. He went to the 4th division and won a secondary belt. But we say a secondary belt, but Manny Pacquiao, he's an 8th division champion. But one of them divisions was a secondary belt, but they still give him credit for it. So it's debatable when you say a second division or whatever. I used to D1, but yeah, I'm in my 40s now, bro, and I be lazy. I ain't even gonna lie. I is not gonna lie. Sometimes I go out there with my son. We hit the heavy bag and everything, but you know, I really don't want my son to box. To be honest, I don't want him taking no trauma to the head, because people don't realize boxing is very dangerous, and I don't want my kid to take no trauma. Yep. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get this picture for y'all real quick so y'all can see how I used to look. Hold on. And this was me when I first came home. This was in 08. Ray Davis, peace and blessings, King. All right. But yeah, like I said, like Wilder, he was a perfect example. Wilder moved up. We seen what happened. It was detrimental to him, and he couldn't handle it. That extra weight plus size, it will take you up out of there. And like you gotta realize, stamina is the issue. Stamina will make a coward out of men. It does that. And once you get fatigued, anything can happen in a fight. Like the best fighter will be shell shocked. Hold on one second. I'm about to bring in my other file real quick. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, hold on one second. Let me see. All right, now I see how to do it. All right, y'all. Here it go right here. Now this was me when I first came home. Now, Denard Hill, salute, peace and blessings, King. That was me when I first came home from prison, right there. That was when I first came home. What up, 2 Cent? Peace and blessings. All right. What the hell? All right, there we go. Y'all gotta remember, I ain't too good with internet savvy. Yeah, Adam Hurley. Yeah, that was when I came home. 2 Cent in 08. I think I was like 26. I was 26 when I came home. Yep. My bad, D1. Nah, I lost a lot of it, Jannard, but that was in that picture right there, I was 210. I was 210 in that picture. But you know, I have been working out for daggone for like I said, about 10 years. So that's all I did on the yard was work out. You know, you gotta stay in top shape. Yeah, you know, one thing about being in the USP, you gotta stay in top shape because, like I said, stamina is the biggest thing. Stamina is the biggest thing, and if you run out of gas, especially someplace like that, it's your ass. And I do mean that literally, especially with them DC guys that was in there, because they were gangster. They was gangster thugs. I'm not saying all of them like that, but the guys from DC that was up there with us, that's all they used to do. You know, they used to like boys. But let me drop this link. You can hop up here too, see. I'm about to drop this link. But yeah, like I was saying, we're gonna have a good fight this weekend. A lot of people talking about they're gonna knock him out. A lot of people talking about that Devin's gonna knock out Regis. And one thing I can say is the man hasn't got a knockdown in over I think it's 97 rounds. He's done went 97 rounds. Philly Bull salute. He's done went around 97 rounds with a knockdown. So forgive me if I'm a little skeptical, but like I say, when you rise up in weight, your power also goes up. But I'm gonna tell you like this: Regis Prograis, his only chance is for a knockout. Regis Prograis is no way he can win on the cards. Devin's already up 6-0 on the cards. So he's going to have to daggone knock Devin out. Devin's the A-side clear. And, you know, Eddie Hearn is backing Devin. You know, Eddie Hearn and Devin, you know, they've been working together. So, exactly, D1. But y'all seen it with the O'Shaquie Foster fight. This is still the zone. The zone is going to make it be what the zone make it be. Rick Timms, peace and blessings, King. That whole boy, yeah, Devin looks like he's in great shape. And he also looks like he's a welterweight. Like I said, watch what Upper Echelon say. We're going to get a ceremonial weigh-in. We're not going to see them on the scale. And usually the zone will put them on the scale for you. But watch, we're not going to see it on the scale because Devin is not about to make that 140. He's not. The man is too big right now. And he done put up a lot of muscle mass. And I'm going to tell you like this. You can say what you want. But Devin is built like Terrence Crawford was for that Earl Spence fight. Y'all remember how Terrence Crawford was looking real brolic?
Super brolic. What up, What up, chat?
Okay, it was 84.
Terrence Crawford muscle had muscle.
I added another fight, Rick. That's all. I said 96, so I gave it another fight. I guess I added one more fight up there because that was 12 more rounds. You said what?
Nah, I think I heard somebody say 96 rounds. He ain't had no knockout or knockdown. But yeah, he looking real fit, looking real muscular.
You want me to tell you who he looked like? Remember Keith Thurman before the Barrios fight? Remember how brolic Keith was?
Yep.
And see, what people don't understand, Devin is muscle mass. You don't see hardly no fat. So with that right there, what is he going to lose the weight?
Yeah, it's hard to cut muscle. It's harder to cut muscle than it is to cut fat.
Cut muscle is bad for you because it puts ketones in your it put protein in your kidneys. It messes up your kidneys whenever you cut muscle. Cut muscle can make you have kidney failure.
It's a fighter at the gym my son trained in. He had a fight coming up, and I don't know what he was doing to cut weight, but he did something to his kidneys, and so now he out for like 8 months or something like that. So that stuff get dangerous.
Yeah, he ended up getting protein in his piss. And that's the risk you run when you cutting too much weight. When you cut weight, that's why doctors, they monitor it. Now, ketosis, that's when your body is using your stored up fat cells. But when you start getting into the point where your body start eating your muscles, where it start cannibalizing your muscles, first off, it cannibalizes your muscles. And then when your body is cannibalizing your muscles, it puts protein in your urine. And your kidneys can't break down the protein in your urine. So when you get protein in your urine, that right there can cause kidney failure. And like I said, it's called the sweet science for a reason. Boxing is more than just training and working out and all that. It's a science behind this shit too. So if you ain't got the science right, if you ain't got the recipe right, it's like anything you do, you gotta have the recipe. That's why it's great when people as they get older, you know, a lot of fighters get nutritionists and all that right there. Because when we're young, our bodies are so resilient. Like you could do damn near anything when you're young, and your body will bounce back. Like boom, just keep bouncing back. But as you get older, your metabolism slows, your body doesn't take the nutrients in as well. And then, you start missing out. You start being deficient on certain things, and your body can't do it that well. That's why you need nutritionists to, first off, they have to target what you're deficient in. And then they have to do that right there. Because if not, the weight drain will be a lot worse. And then when you try to rehydrate, you won't be able to rehydrate back up if you don't cut the weight right. And D1, I don't really think it's an upset because Regis Prograis is the reigning champion, first and foremost. Secondly, Devin Haney might be moving up, and Devin Haney might be the bigger fighter, but Regis has more muscle mass than Devin. Regis is the 140-pound fighter. Devin is moving up. And yeah, he got muscles, but he can't put on but so much muscle. Because Devin is tall, long, and he's kind of big. So, and plus, he has to develop it. And now that I'm thinking about it, Devin has had enough chance to develop the muscle mass. Because I'm thinking about the Loma fight. And it's been almost about 5-6 months. So I'm like, yeah. He probably can, because I'm looking at him. That man is solid. He's big. He got that turtle shell back like Bud did. Salute, Key. Peace and blessings. I'm going to let you go ahead and get your intro on.
No, go ahead and keep cooking, Upper. Give me 2 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay. But like I said, everybody's counting Regis out. That's your first mistake. Regis arguably beat Josh Taylor. Right?
I think he beat him.
But the fact that they was at home, they ain't gonna make Regis gonna get that win. Regis had to pop that eye. He almost had it. Now we in a similar situation. Regis is not the A side again. So we got a same similar situation. So Regis knows his back's against the wall and he has to go for the KO. He has to. Or he's not going to get the win. And that's just how it's got to be. And I think people forget that Regis is the reigning champion. Regis has crack power. We know Devin, like I said, Devin, he times his shots. Like you could time Devin. Devin is easy to be timed if you are a smart enough fighter. And I'm pretty sure Regis and his handlers are going over the tape and watching that Loma tape. And I'm pretty sure that if they've been in boxing this long, they can see where Devin was getting timed, how Loma picked it up. Secondly, people say Regis ain't got no footwork. His footwork ain't the best, but Regis got some of the best head movement in boxing. You just can't hit Regis in his head. He has some of the best head movement in boxing. And you can say what you want. The man's head movement is impeccable. He gets inside that pocket. And then the one thing that people are not talking about, the WBC just implemented a rule just for Devin. Now, I felt like they should have did it after this fight because it seemed like
the clinching? The clinching rule?
Yes.
You think that was just for Devin?
I mean, he's the one that they always put the clinch counter on and everything.
That's true. What they
don't realize is after he gets warned a couple of times, they're gonna start taking away points. And you can't hold for more than 2 seconds. Now, if Devin gets hurt and he done used up his clinches, that'd be a game changer. It could make it from a 10-9 round to a 10-8, 10-7 round.
What was the rule before?
There wasn't no rule before. You remember Andre Ward and them used to punch, clinch, and release. They used to rinse and release. That was Andre Ward's, that was his style.
Right.
But now, since people been complaining, they done changed the style up now. So now they're trying to make it now where you can't clinch but a couple times and then you can't clinch for more than 2 seconds or they're going to start taking points away.
So you got a number of times you can clinch?
Huh?
You got a certain number of times you can clinch?
I think so. We're gonna ask Key about it when she ready. Key.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, Key? Do you remember what they said about that?
What I said about what?
I said, do you remember what they was talking about with that clinch counter and stuff?
They said basically so the first one that they changed was if you get knocked down, that's an automatic 10-8. And then with the clinching, you only have so many seconds to do it. And if you pass the seconds, then that's a warning. I think you get like 1 or 2 warnings, and then they'll take a point automatically. So I think you only get, I want to say they said either 2.5 or 3.5 seconds to clinch. Like it's quick.
It was between 2 and 2.5. I seen that part.
Yeah. So so you can't clinch for long. If you go over the limit, you get timed out. I mean, you get a warning. And then if you continue to do it throughout that round, you lose a point. So those are the 2 changes for those rules.
That's huge. People don't realize how huge that is.
You think it'll apply to this fight though?
Devin does it in every fight. You know, he did it with Camboso. He did it with Loma.
But I'm saying,
Like,
would it be? See, I need to go back and see when will that be made effective immediately? Because they could have. This was ruled in what, October or the beginning of November. So that means they could say effective January 1st. They didn't go into that, or was it just like we saying it right now, moving forward? This how it's about to be. So that's the only thing.
I thought that's the way it was. Like they said it, and that's what it was moving forward.
I think so too, but I don't know. I don't want to,
Just sit down.
It's just a Gennard. It's just a WBC. They're trying to get all the other championship, all the other sanctioning bodies on board with this. But right now it's just the WBC. You said clinching is supposed to be legal. Holding is illegal. No, they're saying it's taken away from the essence of the fight. So they're not saying that you can't clinch. What they're saying is you can't do it for long times. Like, okay, prime example. Do y'all remember the Brian Norman fight? Brian Norman Jr. versus Rick Timms guy. No disrespect, Rick Timms. No disrespect. But remember all that holding and that clinching? That should have been deducted points. Look at all that holding and that clinching they was doing. Like fights like that, no. I don't like stuff like that. How you doing, 2 cents?
What up, P? What's going on with you today?
I'm good, Queen. How's your day going?
It's going pretty good, Same old.
That's good.
What's your day looking like?
Man, busy juggling, doing 3 things right now at once. The usual until the evening time when I got some time to chill. You feel me?
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was Thursday already. I'm like, dang, I'm thinking it's Wednesday. I'm like, dang, it's Thursday. And
it's already the 7th on top of that.
Exactly. Isn't that, man? Like, time is just flying through. All things, shout out to you, one of our 10 Toes Down members, Shabal Hall. Shout out to you, King Adam Hurley. That whole boy, shout out to you. Jeff R, D1, one of the 10 Toes, my homie. Shout out to you, D1. Oh, I love that short. If y'all don't know, D1 shorts are amazing. Definitely check out D1 shorts, man. Like his clips that he be putting up, man. I've been enjoying those. Brian the King Falcon, how you doing, King? Coach Amber, how you doing, Queen? King Vonnie 86. Dev finna punch up on Regis. I think so too. Jaynard Hill, how you doing? Rick Timms, shout out to you, King. Queen Ariana, how you doing, girl? Always good to see you. Marquis, how you doing? Let me make sure. A1 Hoop Zone, how you doing, King? Black all day, twice on Fridays. How you doing? Man, let's get into this. This is not the UFC. Throw them hands. Exactly. I think that's what they're trying to eliminate from.
Oh, yeah. Also, A1 Hoop Zone. The other day, your boy Picasso was over here looking for you, too. He came through.
I don't know what type of rivalry y'all got going on.
I meant to tell A1 that Picasso came through the other day.
Speaking of, I just want to say,
Salute Jeff off. Oh, go ahead, Keith.
yesterday we had to unfortunately time out a couple people due to Deontay Wilder disrespect. And y'all know we don't play, especially upper. Deontay Wilder is his guy. I just want to set the record clear real quick. No Muhammad Ali disrespect over here when I'm here. Y'all could do it when I'm out. If I'm not coming, you know what I'm saying? But once I touch this mic.
Oh no, Muhammad Ali don't get disrespected either. Whether
Okay. Because I just had to sit and watch. I just had to sit and listen to somebody just say that Devin Haney is has a better lightweight career.
Man,
talk about dumbass Rollo.
man, that dude was tripping over there.
He said Muhammad Ali.
He said Devin had a better resume than Ali, Floyd, and Tank. Like
He had to be trolling. He had to be trolling.
No. He really feel that way. What you say, Upper?
Nah, he really feels that way. That dude, like, he's really damn retarded like that. Honestly, well, let me phrase my word. He's really special. He's a special Haney fan. Like, the man sit there and lied the whole time, kept changing the goalposts. Talk about Devin's last 7 opponents were champions. Devin only fights champions. And I'm like, bro, he has 27 fights that went against champions. So how you gonna say that? In his last 4 fights, it wasn't against champions because 4 fights ago he fought Jojo Diaz. But that dude, he'll be saying something, and then you can go ahead and fact check them. And when you fact check them, he's wrong. Then he'll be like, okay. Shout out to my man A1 Hoop Zone with the $5 holler. He said, I got Regis winning, period. Picasso has escaped, and for he got the $10 bag of Dro. He say, Picasso had escaped from the halfway house. And that's why he showed up. Picasso looked like Show Enough from The Last Dragon. Who's the baddest? Show Enough. Picasso looked like Flavor Flav Sr. And he catches bullets with his teeth? Catches bullets with his teeth? All right, go ahead, Key.
See, he said, so is it really disrespect if that's how they really feel? It is, because, like, this is how I feel when it comes to pioneers of boxing and people that laid the groundwork. You can keep the Floyd comparison that they've been doing when it comes to all these fighters, these young kings. Keep the Floyd, keep the Pacquiao, keep it at that. But when you start,
Yeah, I said, yeah, Floyd's a great measuring stick. Use Floyd as a measuring stick.
Yeah, but don't ever come up over, don't ever fix y'all lips to say, come on, Muhammad Ali, y'all. Like, that's like me saying, something like comparing Tank to that, or comparing David Morrell or something. Nobody will ever. They not even on Tank. I mean, on Floyd's level. I mean, if we being real, like, y'all gotta stop. They not. Some of them ain't even on Roy Jones. Like we gotta stop this, y'all.
And I'm gonna say like this, and I'm not taking it away from Devin. Devin is a good fighter. I'm not gonna say he's a great fighter, but he is a very good fighter. It's a difference between being good and great. And see, that's the problem. A lot of people want to holler that people are great fighters. Great fighters are generational talents. Devin is not a generational talent. He's good, but he's not a generational talent. He doesn't have that separation. Like, he's not no Bruce Ennis, or he's not no Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence. I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong. He's like a Camacho or Miguel Cotto. I mean, they were still Hall of Famers, but they weren't no A-list superstars. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we can't keep trying to label everybody that way. Now, if Devin gets his power up, that's great. If he starts doing more, okay, that's good. But lying and trying to frame people for ducks, that's not going to do it right there. Rod Walker, peace and blessings, King, but that's not going to do it right there. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from him because he's doing what he got to do, but he still got to give me my fights. Because everybody commending Devin for everything he did. The only tough fight that he's took so far is Loma. And he didn't even separate himself from Loma.
He barely made it.
Yeah, Tio separated himself from Loma. I felt like Jermaine Ortiz separated himself more than Devin did from Loma. And it was controversy. And Devin, if he wanted to be considered as a great fighter, he would have ran it back.
But let me. I got a question about that
I
upper.
say he's an A class.
I forgot. I was talking to somebody about this, and they were saying that.
Hold on 1 second, 2 cent. Ray Davis, I say he's an A-list fighter, but I'm not gonna say he's S class. He's not S class. S class, that's a special fighter, and we're not gonna say that. All right, go ahead, 2 cent.
Let's
I
say
can't.
it's.
Is it me?
2 Cent, you're breaking up, Queen.
Okay, I thought it might have been mine. OGQ Israel. I'm not hating, bro. I don't hate to hear nothing. And you talking about and Steele. And Steele what? He's not a champion right now. So it ain't no and Steele. You mean the new.
Can y'all hear me now?
And I don't hate on Devin. Like I said, I think he's a good fighter. But it's a difference between good and great, bro. And we just gonna be real about it. And 2 Cent, you was breaking up.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I was asking if this is a close fight and Regis squeak it out, should there be a rematch? Like, should the champion have to rematch the contender if they win?
He's not gonna be able to squeak it out. If this fight if this fight is close, they're not gonna give it to Regis. It's the game is already stacked against Regis right now. He's already a 5-1 underdog, and he's the champion. He's the champion. He's a 5-1 underdog. He signed up for this fight to be food. I mean, he knew what he signed up for. His biggest payday was around 500,000. Now he's getting 3.5 times more than his biggest payday. He's getting 1.8 mil. And you know, Eddie Hearns, he signed Regis up to take that belt from him. Because you know, Eddie Hearns and Devin Haney, salute post game. Eddie Hearns and Devin Haney, they're a team. They've been a team for the longest. Before Devin went to go get undisputed, Eddie already told us. He said, "Oh, he's just going to get the belts and then he'll be back."
Well, I'm not here to as far as the people that's saying stuff in the chat, I'm not here to argue. Go ahead, Upper.
Now go ahead.
I'm not here to argue about whether he's a ABC S class. I get it. You feel me? No, I'm not get what you're saying, Upper. I'm not saying you said anything wrong. But what I'm saying is I stand by my original point. I don't give a damn if he beat up Shakur, Tank, Tio, and 3 pit bulls in the same goddamn ring in the same goddamn night. Don't ever mention any of these fighters with Muhammad Ali. That's all I'm saying. And leave the Muhammad Ali disrespect on the mother channels, because up over here, I will block you, unblock you, block you again, time you out, block you, and you know what I'm saying? And you will just be done. Period. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get down that way. I give people who have paved the way their proper due respect, and that's what's wrong with some of y'all. You know, like y'all have a very short memory. Y'all only think about what happened 5-10 years ago and don't realize that it was people like Bo Jackson, it was people like Muhammad Ali that ran so that we could crawl, not run with them, but so that we can even get an inch of what we have right now, not just in sports, but it just in life, period. So don't do it.
Their knowledge don't go back that far. These are fans that just started watching. That's what I feel like. Like, I feel like a lot of these people just started watching boxing. So a lot of people don't know what's done went down. Like, a lot of people don't realize Roy Jones is the greatest athlete to ever lace him up. Like, this man athleticism was through the roof. And if he didn't go up to heavyweight and come back down, the man was amazing. The man, he's the only person that played a full court professional basketball game and came and fight the same night and won. And you know, boxing deals with your legs. So he just played a full court professional basketball game, then came and beat a nigga the same night. That's what type of athlete Roy Jones was.
Facts. So yeah, and that's why I always mention him when I'm talking about these fighters. I'm like, wait a minute, like these are cool guys, but they're not even on Roy's level. Like y'all talking about Floyd, get past Roy. How about that? You know what I'm saying?
And you remember
accolades.
At that time, Floyd was number 2. Roy was the pound for pound number one king.
Exactly. Like, get past Roy first. Like,
Roy,
y'all
Roy
stop
was king
this.
10 years before Floyd. Floyd had to wait till Roy sat down before Floyd came up there. Floyd was not no Roy Jones. But then, like I said, Roy moved up to heavyweight and dropped down, lost all that muscle mass, and he was never the same. Because one thing, Father Time is undefeated. And Roy, he had the most unorthodox style. They would never teach nobody to fight the way Roy fought. But he was so athletic and so gifted that he could do that style. Now, if Roy Jones would have developed a hell of a jab, he could have been one of the best all times. But Roy, he was Captain Hook. His hook was a jab. Like, that man used to lead with a lead hook. That was his start. Instead of a jab, he'll lead off with a hook. And he was that fast. And we seen in all these fights that we see on pay-per-view, half of these fights, no, 95% of these fights are not even pay-per-view worthy, honestly. We had the number one pound for pound versus the number two pound for pound, which was James Lights Out Tony versus Roy Jones Jr. James Lights Out Tony was the number one pound for pound fighter. Roy was the underdog. James Tony was like 50 and 0, 50 something and 0. Roy was like 30 something and 0. Roy dropped him in the first round, and it was a hell of a fight. But we had fights like that, and that was on HBO. It wasn't even pay-per-view. So you getting great fights like that on HBO. Now they just trying to put everything on pay-per-view. It's a big difference. And back then, everybody fought everybody. It was the king of the hill. And if you didn't, you had to get rid of your belt, like Riddick Bowe. He didn't want to fight Lance Lewis. He threw his WBC in the trash because the sanctioning bodies enforced the rules back then. Now, ever since the Floyd age, people have grown bigger than the belts. And now people are all about the cash, which is prize fighting. But the sanctioning bodies don't hold the weight they used to hold.
Facts. And to answer that whole boy's question, so if I say I think Sugar Ray Robinson is better boxer than Muhammad Ali, you wouldn't like that. I'm not saying that. I said no disrespect. You could say there can be an argument for Sugar Ray versus Muhammad Ali. I've heard it several times. There's arguments about Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman up until this day.
Muhammad Ali. Hold on one second, Pete. Muhammad Ali himself. I got a video, a short. Muhammad Ali himself said that pound for pound, the best fighter ever was Sugar Ray Robinson. He put Sugar Ray over himself. He's the one that broke down the pound for pound because he said pound for pound, Sugar Ray Robinson was a better fighter than him. And this is Muhammad Ali, one of the cockiest, arrogant fighters ever. But he even said that Sugar Ray Robinson was the best pound for pound. But see, I have an argument with that because Sugar Ray Robinson also ducked Charlie Burley and the Murderers Row. He would never give them a title shot. And the only people that beat them was each other. To be honest, the Murderers Row was killers. They was destroying everybody. Al Boogie, salute. But the only people that beat the Murderers Row were the Murderers Row. And Charlie Hurley was Sugar Ray Robinson's mandatory for over 5 years. And Sugar Ray would not get in there with him. And a lot of Sugar Ray Robinson fights were people coming off the streets, straight out the gyms. But I'm not taking nothing away from him because the man was great. But still, you know, you got to think about the Murderers Row as well because them boys will kill us. Go ahead, Keith.
Right. So yeah, that's all I got. Just don't come over here. So today, my thumbnail, I am trolling Polly. Is it Polly Magnolia? Ain't that his name?
Malignaggi.
Who?
When AB took his girl.
Yes. What's his name? Polly Magnolia, right?
Polly Malignaggi.
Oh, my fault. But I'm trolling him because of the comments he made about Devin Haney yesterday. He kind of. I'm sorry, Upper. Go ahead.
I didn't see that.
Oh, the comments that he made about Devin Haney yesterday, I felt like it was a little hate there.
Denard Hill, that was Razor Ruddock. Razor Ruddock had that hook uppercut thing. That was Razor Ruddock. He lost to Tyson, I think, twice. Yeah, Razor Ruddock was a bad boy. Go ahead, Keith.
Right. So I felt like he was hating a little bit on Devin, talking about his game, talking about, you know, sales and all of that. And I had to, you know, just to put a gentle reminder out there, like, yo, you, like, come on, bruh. Now, this person, I can say Devin, craps on his whole resume. I mean, let's be real. And on top of that, dude, before you fought Adrian Broner was with your girl the night before and put it out there. And hence the picture that you guys are seeing right now. Because Adrian Broner is just like me. When you start talking big tough, when you start talking crazy, when you go low, I go to hell. So that is what this thumbnail, that is the dedication today. That is definitely the dedication. I thought it was Cash Crypto. I thought his name was Magnolia. Hell, I don't know. I know I just call him one of them Beach Boys. That's what he remind me of. He remind me of a Beach Boy from back in the day. You know, with the black hair slick back, like he looks like he belongs in the 70s. So
Yeah,
I just
he's Italian, and he mad that Sicilians are part black. That's all it is. Paulie Malignaggi, boy, he be saying some effed up comments. But the funny thing about it, Paulie Malignaggi lost his job for Showtime because he was that racist stuff with Wilder, and they got rid of Paulie ass because Wilder was bringing in too much money, and Paulie was having some choice comments about Deontay Wilder, and they got rid of him. So yeah, I ain't mad about it.
yeah. So that's why I put this as my thumbnail because I don't like how Polly is. You know, even a few days ago, he made some crazy comments about Ryan Garcia game, saying that he gets beat by every. I'm just like, come on, Polly, like, bruh. Ever since AB sunned you like that, there's really nothing that you could say.
Or Conor McGregor when Conor McGregor dropped him.
Exactly. So it's kind of like, go sit down somewhere. Like, ain't nobody listening to you. Go
He
ahead,
a,
Upper.
bo- he a boxer but got dropped by an MMA fighter. Like, come on, dude. That man was an MMA fighter. But Paulie was the epitome of pillow fist. When they talk about pillow fist, Paulie's name was in the dictionary right beside it. And see, I think that's why he hates on Devin so much because he says that he got more skill sets than Devin because he said neither one of them had punching power, but he said he had more skills that he brought to the table than Devin. And I'm gonna tell you like this: Paulie talk a lot of shit, but the man won fights. He had some skills. He just didn't have no power. He didn't have no power. Couldn't keep a nigga up off of him, but that boy had a few skills. But I wouldn't say he better than Devin. I would have loved to see him and Devin fight though.
No, I'm saying that he's not better, but I'm just saying for him to have so much to say, so much vitriol towards Devin.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
he has.
say,
Yeah,
um,
he talks about it. They got a damn show that's is him, Roy Jones, and James Toney. They be on Pro Box. They be having a show. It's Paulie Malignaggi. They call him Paulie the Magic Man Malignaggi. Then they got Antonio the Magic Man Tarver and Roy Jones Jr. They all on this boxing show.
and then not to mention it doesn't help that 6 months of like when Devin had beat Loma. Paulie was the first one calling rivalry and everything. And let me say this: I get what Paulie is saying because I've made the same arguments up here, where I was saying, "Yo, the way that they treating Regis, this was before Regis even came out and said what he said about Eddie Hearn picking Devin over him." I've been saying, "Yo, I don't like the way that they're treating Regis. I feel like he's being deactivated." I've been saying.
Oh, hold on one second, Keith. Shout out to my guy T Orlando with the $2 holler for Super Chat Thursday. Appreciate you, T Orlando. Thank you, King. Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, so I've been saying this. But so Polly made the same, you know what I'm saying, made correlating key points, you know, factors of what I was discussing. But I feel like he goes an extra step, like he's trying to, from what I gather from the argument was, who was Devin? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this happening to real, like who do you think you are? And I'm just like, yo, but if it wasn't, let's keep it 105 here. Would Regis have this much promotion if it wasn't Devin? No.
No,
So
he ain't
that's
had
who
it.
Devin is, huh?
His whole career, he ain't had that much promotion when they had the Super Series. When 140 had that Super Series where all of them fought, Zepeda, Josh Taylor, all them, when they was trying to get the undisputed, it wasn't really no that hype behind that. And those are great fights. Those champions fighting champions to consolidate to have one champion for the 140 division.
Exactly. So I just found that to be, I didn't like that. But something that I did like, Upper, to segue into talking point number 2 for the day, something that I do like and I do appreciate, and I feel as though it's about to turn, boxing upside down in 2024 in a good way, is the Prime deal with PBC. Although we've been speaking on it because it was speculated on. But now it is confirmed that PBC and Amazon Prime, or just Amazon, is linking up. It is, from my understanding, in the billions. It's like, I think it's multi-billion type of deal. They have 12 to 14 fights coming up. I'm excited to see who they're going to start with.
No. They got 12 to 14 pay-per-view fights. So that's a pay-per-view fight every month, not including the regular fights.
But didn't we kept saying, like, yo, everybody finna fight in 2024. Like, y'all really don't think, like, everybody has to fight now.
And see, the best thing about it, PBC was doing this all without a budget. Now they have a budget to make fights, for one, and for two, they still run their same basic operation without the overhead. So now fighters at the PBC are going to be getting more money. So that's going to be more fights, and we're going to have more action. It's a great time to be a boxing fan, especially if you rock with the PBC. And Amazon is also closing the deal for ESPN. They're trying to buy out ESPN, get that platform as well. So if they was to get ESPN as well, oh man, it's gonna be mixing it up.
I think to be honest with you, the way that those budget cuts or the employees was getting terminated and everything early this year and late last year, that spoke volume. That's when I knew, honestly, when the report came out that I think it was what, the Zone, or was it Matchroom, who had lost a couple billion, or like 600 million.
Oh, that was the Zone. The Zone had lost $1 billion, and they had to get another $1 billion bailout. See, the Zone is already in the hole 1.8 billion, but they have a billionaire that's sponsoring them. But yeah, they in the hole right now.
Right. So when I first heard that, and then I started seeing the cuts with ESPN, and they let everybody go, that's when I knew. I said, okay, it's a domino effect. So it wasn't no surprise to me that Showtime didn't want to renew their contract with the sports. It wasn't just boxing; it was sports in general. Um, I wasn't surprised because I think the big dog is PBC. Is Amazon. I mean, you got Thursday Night Football on tonight on Amazon. You could watch Sunday. You could watch oh my God, you can watch golf on Amazon. You can watch everything on Amazon now, live streaming and everything. I think for me though, what I'm curious about to see is how much would the pay-per-views be in addition to the Prime package that you already have, or yeah. I think I'm curious. I wonder, would it be the same model? Like, if you already have Prime, you pay an additional 80, but Showtime gave you can just pay for the fight. You don't even have to, subscribe to us and then pay. You can just pay for the fight. I wonder would they do that model? Like, I'm curious to see how Al Heyman, all of them pulled it off. But I was very confident that they were going to pull off something because when all of this had happened, Leonard Ellerby had posted out a tweet. He said, we are always 3 steps ahead. So there's no need to panic. And that's when I knew not to panic, or, not panic, but worry, like, dang, what's going to happen to PBC? When he said that, I was like, all right, they already got a deal. They just got to announce it. So I believe that this has been in the works for a while. It was announced.
He made this deal a year ago.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, they had to have made this a while ago.
And see, the best part about this now, the fighters going to be getting more money. And plus, now PBC doesn't have to license out their fights to the Zone. See, PBC didn't have an international platform. So whenever they did pay-per-views, they would sell it to ESPN or the Zone. and they would have the international licensing. Now PBC is global. Amazon Prime has over 1 billion people worldwide. Over. So they're about to be in the mix. And like I said, they got a budget now to pay for the fights. Plus, they still have their model without no overhead. I don't know if they're going to add more people to make a little overhead or not, but still, Al Heyman has the plan. People don't realize Al Heyman is a guru when it comes to making money. The man made Michael Jackson rich, Drake, Prince, Beyonce, Jay-Z, all them work for Al Heyman. Y'all got to realize this man, his motto is, let's make this money. And that's what he's going to do. And see, these fighters, they're about to make an exorbitant amount of money. And that right there is going to get a lot of people to want to come to the PBC, especially when they start seeing these checks. You see, Terrence Crawford done got the check. He ain't trying to go nowhere. And hell, if Canelo continues to fight, you can guarantee that he's going to stay with the PBC because he wasn't making money like this everywhere else. He was getting robbed everywhere else. So this is a good thing for boxing and PBC. And it's black owned. Everybody always talk about that, but yeah.
Well, speaking of leaving, should I stay or should I go? There, Rick Glazier at 7:00 this morning. Of course, you know Rick is going to have his 2 cents to say about it. Shout out to 2 Cents Boxing, where he said fighters are starting to defect from #PBC. Deontay Wilder was first. See what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder disrespect. Now promoters are getting calls from fighters looking at other avenues for their respective career, several citing inactivity and uncertainty. That is PBC. My only question is, what took them so long? Huh?
You that we just watched the video with Deontay Wilder yesterday, right? And he just told us about his relationship with Al Heyman and PBC and said it's great. How does Rick Glazier know? They don't even talk to his ass. Like, the man just be speculating, trying to get views.
Yeah, I was reading this quote. That's what he said. I didn't think, like, I wasn't paraphrasing. No, I read everything of what he said, Upper. That was what he said about it. And I think that is quite interesting that Rick Glazier is throwing salt, trying to throw a little shade at the PBC now that they just did the unthinkable. You know, because who would have thought that boxing would be with Amazon? Several months ago, we wasn't thinking like this. We didn't even think that boxing was ever going to get off of Showtime. And then, of course, the inevitable happened. But now I think they're trying to figure out, like, dang, first of all, they're mad. Rick Glazier is big mad at Al Heyman, a little, jealous. And number two, he probably is feeling like, dang, like, think of it as in the reverse. So he's worried about, he's trying to say, oh, all the fighters are leaving, which we haven't heard no such thing. I think what he's really talking about is other boxers leaving from other networks. They probably about to flood the PBC in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I think he's doing a little double talking there because I haven't heard any boxer say that they're unhappy. The last person that was Adrian Broner. And look what happened to my boy AB. Hey, Dean, how are you? Let me see. Rick Glazier is a test tube.
AB was begging to come back. He was begging to come back. So that shows you what it was. And see, people that lead the PBC now will be the damn biggest fools in the world. Because now you finally about to get even more money. And you got a bigger platform. Like, hell, ain't nobody going to be able to compete with the PBC. That's why Ryan trying to get out his contract. Everybody's trying to get over there to the PBC because they know the grass is greener. And they know it's Thanksgiving time over there. And see, this is what people fail to realize. Al Heyman is moving with the times. That's why I said this man is a brilliant tactician. Because people realize it's not about hard views no more. All the money out here now is about streaming. Streaming is where people get all that money off of. Like, people ain't producing CDs no more. They're streaming their music. Now they're going to be streaming the fights. Think about how much money they're going to get now from streaming these fights. Like, that's why they done took a step ahead. He's above his time right now. Al Heyman is a damn genius, dog. Like, he's a genius. And now they're going to be streaming these fights on Amazon. They're going to get that much more money. And Amazon is a more secure site than Showtime is. So a lot of that piracy that's been going down is going to be
at least 50% less on Amazon Prime. With a global conglomerate like that, they have measures in place to stop all the piracy. Now, it might be still some good pirates that get through, but at least 50% of all that piracy is about to cease for Amazon, for the PVC. So that means an increase in sales because now if you want to watch the fight, your broke ass is going to actually have to go out there and pay for the fight now instead of trying to skip it. Like a lot of the Bud fans do. Not all, but a lot of them. Peace and blessings, Cal Coolett.
Yeah, so that is definitely true. I'm very excited. I think that this changed the game. Deem, I can't tell you what to do, King. I can't. But what I really recommend, I heard pieces of it today, the quote unquote smoke that somebody was trying to present you. I'm not, gonna say no person's name. But to that gentleman, from me being on the outside looking in, Deem, I think that guy is a little jealous of you. Sounds like he's a little jealous of you. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't even waste my time. He's not going to stop talking about you, it seemed like. Bringing you up every time you say something. He got to come up there and say something. Just leave it alone, man. If they not talking about you, you nobody. So dust that off, King. Keep your, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. He kind of buried himself in that conversation, if you ask me. But I didn't like that. I think he got it's not even, I can't even say it's personal because he don't know you, but it's crazy that you can make all these assumptions about this person. And Deem has said on that channel several times about having a channel and putting up content and thanking, the person that's allowing him onto the platform to, blossom and everything else and helping him get started. And that guy want to act like he's never even heard of your channel and didn't know. I ain't buying none of that, man. I don't like that. I saw the play. I saw what he was trying to do, Deem. So don't debate him. Leave him alone. It's some I don't want to say it's personal. It's just something ain't right. Especially when he said I'm a call Bill. Like I be telling y'all, man, some of these people is paid, bruh. I keep telling y'all, man, they just show their hand. That's why I don't go on some of these channels no more because I already know they paid off. I can't expect you to be impartial. No. But yeah, shout out to you, Deem. You definitely held your own. If he want to debate you, you got to tell him to pay you. Period. Expensive paper. Shout out, King. Thank you for coming through. Icon Canadian. How you doing? Ray Davis. Digital time is upon us. PBC is smart. Yes, very smart. I don't know if I said anything. I don't know if I said hi to you, Ray. Thank you for coming through. Deontay Wilder said that he has a good relationship with PBC, and Wilder said he wants to make more fights with PBC. Absolutely. We heard it here yesterday. And that's what they can't stand. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like all of the big name fighters are with PBC, the ones that are going to bring in revenue, not the ones with the best resumes. That's what I'm not saying. But the ones that are bringing in big revenue, Canelo, Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? Tank Davis. I believe that
they got all the pay-per-view stars. Everybody's a pay-per-view star on PBC. Al Heyman got the 4 kings of pay-per-view. He got Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Canelo Alvarez, and Tank Davis. Nobody else is doing pay-per-view numbers. And then he got the up-and-comers like Benavidez and them. So anybody that's doing pay-per-view is on PBC. You can like it or love it.
Exactly. So yeah, they just hating. So that was a good comment. Thank you, Aaron Muhammad. I forgot to say salute to you, King. How you doing? Frequent flyer. What's going on? Frequent. Oh, Frequent. Shout out to you, Frequent. But yeah, so basically Rick Glazier is hating as usual. He posted that at 7:00 in the morning. He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait till 8:00 when everybody is at work. You know what I'm saying? 8:05, 8:10, give us a chance to sit down at the office, pour us a cup of coffee and then look. He posted it he had something to get off his chest this morning. Because he couldn't, I'm pretty sure he was kicking the air because while they just secured a deal with a more formidable company, you know what I'm saying, the companies that the network that he pushing for is securing deals in Saudi Arabia, and ain't no problem with that. But ain't nobody who has the money to continue to go to Saudi Arabia every other month to see people fight. Nah, that ain't happening. Or only the selected few. Like, nah, you don't do that. No. That is not a sustainable that is not a sustainable product. Period. That is definitely not a sustainable product. So shout out to PBC, shout out to Rick Glazier. Oh, crazy tale. He couldn't wait to get that off. And speaking of, we have a bout coming up. I don't know if you guys know about this. Robeisy Ramirez versus, drum roll, Rafael Espinoza. Robeisy Ramirez is 13-0 with one. No, I think he's 13-1.
He lost one of his first fights.
Right, 13-1.
But shout out to my guy Robeisy Ramirez, man. Like, I'm happy for him. He finally got to see his daughter last week. Like, you know, after he had defected, he hadn't been able to see his family for like 4 years. And expensive paper, piece of blessings, King. He ain't got a chance to see his daughter for over 4 years. And last week, he was able to see his daughter for the first time and his family for the first time in 4 years in Brazil. He got a post on Instagram, and I was happy for him. It was a great day for him. So shout out to him. But Showtime was supposed to end this season with a David Morrell fight. David Morrell was supposed to be the last fight on Showtime. But Showtime pulled another move. Last week, on the David Benavidez card, we had a man by the name of Vito Milnicki Jr. with the first round knockout of Alexis Salinas, the same one that went the distance with Xander Zayas, also the one that was given what's your boy name at 160? They wanted to fight Jamal Charlo, the black guy with the motor. You know what I'm talking about, Key?
Gosh, you talking about not no, not
The black guy that for now
Adam
Adamas, yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about
Yeah.
get his name
Thank
wrong.
you, 619. Yeah. He was giving Adamas problems until Adamas stopped him late in the fight. Well, Vito Milnicki stopped this man in the first round. And so Showtime, they trying to build off of his momentum. And he's got a quick turnaround fight coming up. Salute, Zenith. He has a quick turnaround fight. They have a New Jersey card popping off with it's like 10 fights for New Jersey, and Vito Milnicki is the headliner. It's gonna be the end of December, the last one for Showtime. And Vito Milnicki is headlining the whole New Jersey card, and that card look like it might be smoking, honestly.
Well, that's an exciting fight. Robeisy Ramirez is 13-1 with 8 KOs. And Rafael Espinoza is 21-0. From my understanding, he don't have any knockouts. And it is for the WBO World Feather. So this is a very good fight. It occurs, what's today, the 7th? Saturday. It's on the 9th.
Okay, and just in case
before Devin. Go ahead.
Yeah, and just in case people don't know who Robeisy Ramirez is, this is the guy that beat Shakur Stevenson and got the gold. Robeisy Ramirez. This is the guy that had Shakur crying in the Olympics.
Okay, thank you. Was that necessary?
Oh, I was just letting people know, you know.
You ain't have to say crying now.
Well, he was. He was crying like a little baby.
Throw a dig. You just got to throw a dig in there.
Welcome back, 2 Cent.
What up, y'all? I'm gonna be silent for a few minutes. I'm about to head out this building. My signal bad in here.
We got you covered. Don't worry. But yes, he was. Shakur did cry. Also, what was in these? Speaking of crying, what's going on in these boxing streets is Bill Haney and the strength and conditioning coach. I'm trying to figure out why the strength and conditioning coach got so much to say and not Regis. I think I seen Regis primary coach one time throughout this whole thing. I think I seen him once. It had something to say only one time, and that's it. But Bill Haney and is it Evans Toblar, however you say his name, got into it yesterday. A very colorful argument where Bill said that, and I quote, my son is going to knock Regis the F out. And Evans said, when was the last time he knocked someone out? So this was a back and forth banter. Y'all know I'm here for all the ghetto-ness. Shout out to Frequent Flyer for the $2. You said we're going to have past Showtime fights on Amazon. I see. Oh, yeah. I saw that. The archives, right? Are you referring to that one, Frequent?
Yeah, they already uploading them already.
Oh, perfect. The man upstairs is yeah. Cancer is in remission. Shout out to shout out to that, Kawhi Elliott. I'm happy to hear that.
Peace and blessings. That's a good thing.
Yes. Mark. Oh, okay, I already said hi to Marquis. Hey, Marquis. Zena, thank you for coming through. But yes. So y'all know I'm here for the back and forth. I love the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? The trash talking and everything. But do you guys think? And I want to get this from both our beautiful panel and chat. Do you guys think that if Devin Haney doesn't get the knockout, it will be an underwhelming performance? Because I continue to hear that Devin has a newfound power at 140, and that he's stopping Regis, and that it won't go 10. Now, that's what this one person said that's on Devin's camp. Of course, he's supposed to hype up his boy. But now that we continue to hear it, that Devin is going to knock out and stop Regis, if it doesn't happen, do you think that it's underwhelming? An underwhelming performance if it goes 12. What y'all got? Upper?
I heard. I personally don't think nobody is even expecting Devin to knock out nobody. I think they just trying to sell a fight. When is the last time he knocked somebody down, let alone out? So I think they just trying to sell the fight.
My point is exactly. I think they're just trying to sell the fight. And I'm gonna say it like this: Regis ain't no person that's just gonna go to sleep. Regis has been in there with some punches, and you ain't been knocking nobody out. But if he does knock him out, I mean, it also goes to a test. I tell you, when you go up in weight, you go up in power, especially if you've been cutting yourself and draining yourself. But I don't think he's gonna knock Regis out. Like I said, Regis has impeccable head movement. Now, like I said, his feet might not be the best, but his head movement is on par. Like I could say he's got some of the best head movement in the game. But like I said, it's gonna be a rough and rugged fight. I feel like when Devin feels that power, I feel like he might do the same thing Shakur does, or with his newfound size and his new punch resistance, he might attack. He might go forward. I don't know. But we can say I seen what happened when Loma was hit. He was trying to get the hell up out of there when Loma was tagging. But like I said, when you older and lighter and you cutting your weight, your punch resistance ain't the same. Like we seen Crawford get buzzed by Gamboa at a lower weight, but he's a lot different at a higher weight. So I feel like they trying to sell the fight, and I mean that's good. That's called good marketing. Like say he's gonna come knock him out, and if he don't, he just don't. They're gonna say it was a good win. It's boxing, but like I said, it's gonna be a pretty good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. And I
think if they implement that clinching rule, that's gonna make a big difference too.
I don't feel like it's gonna go the way people think it's gonna go. Like I said, I feel like Regis and his coaching them is gonna time it. I feel like they're gonna catch it in the same way he was like that with with Loma. Like they see everything. I feel like it's gonna be the same thing. Go ahead.
Somebody was blowing. But okay. Yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting fight. Dean, shout out to you, King. Salute.
Shout out.
I think it's going to be a very interesting fight. Dean, what you got to cook on? Because everybody's in the chat is in agreement. They're like, sell a fight. Don't nobody believe in a knockout. He said, Frequent said, if Dev KO Regis already know Fanon blocking me, Fanon ain't going to block you.
Deem, I've been seeing you out here in these YouTube streets battling, bro.
Hey, 2 cents, man. And Key and Upper, I just want to say, man, I appreciate y'all holding me down, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. And y'all seen what a dude tried to do today. When me and Upper, I always show Upper love, and me and Upper agree on a lot, but we haven't agreed on everything. Me and Key, we was going at it. Upper, wasn't me, you and Key going at it for an hour about Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez.
Yeah, but Dave, I wanted to tell you, don't argue around little niggas slow mentally, for real. Like,
I see that now.
People don't remember, but he used to come over here and me and him argued about the situation. He tried to hide his hand at first. At first, he was asking about the accomplishments. Then he tried to hide his hand. I already knew what was coming. But some people you just can't argue with. Like, some people just, they don't see logic. And you can have everything right in front of them. It could be raining down outside, and he'll tell you it's not raining. Like, people like that don't argue with because they're retarded, they're stupid, and they don't understand shit. No evidence, peace and blessings, King. But yeah, go ahead, Dave.
No, Upper, I didn't even know. It was one thing when he was coming at me and I just destroyed everything he was saying. But then when he said the Muhammad Ali slap boxing thing, I said, oh, this man is crazy. Oh, okay. I thought he was playing and he was trolling. He was dead serious. So
paid attention like around 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock Central. I said, man, I'm done with this shit. Like, there's only so much bullshit I can take in the daytime.
Yes.
I listen to Frequent because Frequent, I know Frequent be sitting there trolling for none and everything. Frequent know what he doing. Like, he
absolutely.
Frequent don't believe all that shit that he's saying. Because Frequent ain't even a diehard Haney fan. Frequent take boots over Haney. But that boy Rilo, yeah. And see, he used to come over here. He don't come over here no more. But I stopped arguing with his dumb ass. Like,
but Upper, I just want to say I appreciate you, Key, and 2 cents. I really appreciate y'all.
One thing right here, Dean. If you argue with an idiot, right, and people are watching, how can they tell who's the idiot?
They can't.
Exactly.
They can't. I appreciate you giving me that information, Key. I appreciate what you were saying earlier, too. I hear you loud and clear for sure. As far as Regis and Devin, I laugh at Devin about him knocking out Regis. If you knock out somebody that ain't never been knocked out, I'm going to just say that I'm going to have to go holler at my manager, Marty. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to have to go apologize to my manager, Marty, just for a little bit. That's all I'm going to have to say. But I don't see that happening. There's no way that happens. Do I think
snack sales going up?
Yeah. Do I think that Devin's going to beat him? Yeah, I think Devin's going to beat him. I tell y'all exactly how this is about to go. The first 3 to 4 rounds, Regis going to try to get in there and start roughing him up. If Regis can't knock him out, them dominant rounds, let's say round 8 and over, he gonna lose. But we'll see though, because Regis might surprise us, and Upper been saying this. So I will not be surprised if Regis make this a dog fight.
Regis is already down 6-0. Regis is already down. Regis has to get he can't go because they already got a whole market strategy behind it.
Right.
Now I can't cool it because other people, if you like bullying them, you ask them who will win between Devin and Boots, they'll go with that. Frequent ain't going for that. Frequent got Boots. He rocks with the hand.
Upper, you're going in and out, Upper. Shout out to Ray Davis. Welcome up to the thing.
What's up, Ray?
What's going on, Dean? I'm sorry you had to go through the ordeal earlier with Mr. Green over there. He's a clown. He's a clown. I told you I was gonna jump up to save him, and I was like, man, you know what? He too far in. I'm not reeling that fish back in. Leave him out there. Let him drown.
Let him drown by himself for sure.
No doubt. I mean, sometimes you can't talk common sense to somebody that don't have common sense. You know what I mean? Like it's just too much, man. And Upper, I like what you said because I believe it or not, this is funny. I did say that to Fanon the other day. I said I'm gonna take that Jay-Z quote and I'm gonna leave with it because I don't argue. But I just didn't tap into the other part of it because I don't like arguing with people. It doesn't make sense to sit there and look like a fool because somebody else is being a fool. It doesn't make sense. So you did the right thing, man. You stood on your square and you did what you did. And look, he was making good points, even though some of them was a little, we want to use the word false.
Yeah.
Faucet. You know what I mean? But he had some good points, and I was rocking with him in the chat, and I was like, hold on, now he reaching. I can't even mess with dude right now. I was like, I can't mess with you. But
Hey, Ray,
I'm moving on. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, check this out, right? He fucked up at the very beginning talking about Devin's last 7 opponents was champions.
I missed that.
Oh, look. First off, JoJo Diaz wasn't the champion, or the 4 fights before that wasn't champions, for one.
No, yeah.
For 2, he talking about Devin only fights champions. He has 27 fights that wasn't against champions.
Yep.
So the man whole thing, and I was trying to say that in the chat, but wasn't nobody paying attention, but the whole thing he said was lies. But
Yeah.
Devin, and then like I said, I felt like Devin beat Loma. A lot of people saying he didn't. But that's what
I think so.
That's what separates good fighter from great fighters, because when Floyd had a controversial close fight, he ran it back. Devin, and I'm gonna tell you like this: if Devin would have Bullet Gibson, former champions, everybody done fought a former champion than Bullet Gibson. This Gamboa ain't been a champion in about 10, 15 years. That shit don't count. Lenore's wasn't a champion no time soon. JoJo Diaz was a champion way in another weight class. That shit don't count. Because if out there have probably been a champion at some point.
I guess what they're trying to say, and this is just coming from that corner that I'm standing on the Devin corner right now. But I guess what the fans that are behind me are saying is, and I'm not agreeing with it, that they were ex-champions. That would be the word to use, ex-champions, because they're not current champions. When you beat champions, you're beating somebody that is holding. Oh, hold on. What I'm saying is a former champion, whatever the case may be. I'm not talking about.
I know, but
I'm just saying generally.
10 years ago, if you was a champion 10 years ago, can you really count that?
I mean, they call people champs when they lose, and they ain't champs no more. I mean, I get what you're saying, and I'm not. Look, I'm not even on that square. I'm just saying generally what people are probably using to their to what they're trying to say and announce. I don't really care if he beat a champion or not. It's who's in front of you is what you got to worry about, because the past is behind you, and that's the problem. Everybody keep looking in the past. The dude at 140, you're not at 135. Why are we talking about it? The dude beat this guy, and he got the victory. It's on his resume. Why are we talking about it?
Ray, can I ask you this, bro? You know how when they make them arguments, but did you hear when I said, well, I could easily say who beat more undefeated fighters?
Yeah, I heard you. I was there. Yeah, I came back for that.
You see how we could easily make a simple argument to fit a certain stat that glorifies the person you're trying to argue with?
That's all Tank fighters, undefeated fighters. That's all Tank fighters, undefeated.
I mean, what's more impressive? What's more impressive, Upper? Fighting ex-champions or fighting undefeated fighters?
That's a tough. That is kind of tough, Dean.
But just the fact.
I got you. I know, but I'm saying to you, like,
the person's O is a lot more than that, because the fighters undefeated don't know how to lose yet, and the fighter that's undefeated is a whole different caliber than the fighter that's done been beat. It's already a recipe out there how to beat that fighter. So yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't say that about Matias. We saying right now he can rock with anybody. He's been beat. But I know, I got you. I'm not debating.
Ray, hold on. You put something out there. Let me address it.
Go ahead.
Matias got that loss because he had just murdered somebody in the ring. Right. In the next fight, he wasn't. He was. You know how he felt. He didn't feel
mental.
But then he came back and destroyed that nigga when they fought again.
No, I got you. I'm not hanging anything on that. I'm just saying generally we got
like you try to throw it in a little bit.
No. I was just answering subjectively. I'm not debating. I'm just being subjective.
Ray, you my guy, and I know you a Haney fan. I know you like.
I'm not a fan. Slow down with that fan thing, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with Haney fan.
I'm not a fan. I'm a boxing fan. I know I'm a boxing fan.
Ho. It's the difference between being a fan and a fanboy, bro. See, people kill me with that shit.
I know, I got you. I know that, but I'm not a fan.
So you're not a fan of Haney.
No, I am. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm a Spence fan. I am a Spence fan. You know what I mean? But I'm not a Haney fan. I support Devin like I support Tank. It just depends on what the argument is. I'm just not.
Well, I know a lot of times arguing for Haney. I
do. And the reason why is because I think, and tell me if I'm wrong or not, when a lot of people get on Devin Haney, and it's not everybody.
Why?
Hold on.
You know why? Because
no. I was explaining. Okay, that's fine. Right. Right, but then when they start going in on it, then they start bringing in things that are like two-sided, and then they already preach to one side. I'm not saying that what he says, and Dima back me up. Anything he does wrong in the media or anything crazy, I always be like, yo, he wilding. I'll always say that. I stand on that. But what I'm saying is,
right here, but answer this question, bro.
Go ahead.
When them arguments start, they be going on Devin. Who initially starts the argument first? Do people be going in on Devin, or do they be responding to the stuff that people in Devin's camp and Devin's people be starting off with? Do they be responding?
It all depends. It all depends.
They don't initiate.
It all depends. It all depends. It all depends. Like some people purposely do things and say things to try to get under people's skin. That's 100% fact. It doesn't matter how you look at it. You know what I mean? It depends who you're a fan of. I'm not a fan of either one. I just see it for what it is. And I stand on both sides. I told you, I'm down the middle. And I'm going to call it what it is. I don't sit there and say, oh, well, Devin's the greatest thing of all time. You never heard me say that. I say Tank's a bad boy. I don't think none of them can beat Tank, because that's most of the conversations. But when we say certain things, I'm like, okay, well, when Devin, like we talk about Devin's skill set, I say he has skills. He has skills to be in there with a lot of people. I'll stand on that. But I never said, oh, Devin's right about what he said about Tank or what he said about Shakur and this and that. I just try to bring the other side of the narrative, because sometimes they talk about the money side or the Shakur thing, and then everybody start jumping on that, and I'm like, hold on, there's other parts to that. I was just on Dean channel the other night, and I just said that. I didn't go in on Devin or Shakur or Tank. I actually jumped off because I was like, yo, it ain't even that big of a deal. We shouldn't even be talking about this because the man's at 140. Why are we still comparing him to other fighters at 135? Even though it's in the rear view, but it ain't there now. So that's where I'm going with stuff with him. I'm not on there to be on his jock strap or hugging his sack. You know what I mean? I don't do that. Nah, he get it too, just like anybody else. I just stand in his corner because I believe certain things that are not always put out there 100%.
But now, Ray, can I say this? Even when we was talking about Devin and them, it's because Devin keep talking about he going to stay at 135. We ain't bringing Devin up about him coming to 135. It's him saying that, and we addressing him saying that, knowing that he lying about that. We've been calling that out from day one when he was talking about all of the belts. So that's just another example where it's like, we not attacking Devin. We just responding to what Devin's saying, because then he said it had to be at 140. Then he came out a week later and said that it's at 135.
I wanted to say something about that too, because I seen you Dean last night too, and I enjoy the back and forth and this and that. I mean, it's all fun. You know, we just talking. Neither one of us know any of these guys, and they don't know us. But
that's my point.
This is my thing. I don't understand why people can't see through what Devin and Bill got going on. And it's cool that they doing it. I get it. It's boxing, it's promotion. But if you ask me, he has no intentions on fighting Tank. Because one, if he wanted to fight Tank, he would have went to the PBC. Two, if he wanted to fight Tank, he would have fought him before he got too big for the 135. And three, if he wanted to fight Tank, he wouldn't be talking about going up to 47.
Hold on. Well, let me segue, because it's the perfect segue. Hold on 1 second, Ray. Speaking of number 4, 2 Cents Boxing, yesterday during the press of the heated ratchetness between Bill Haney and Evan Tablar, y'all know I like the ratchetness. As they were going back and forth, Devin Haney was having another interview separate from theirs, where he listed Tank Davis as an all-time great, and said that Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson are just good fighters. So it's in there. I feel as though with him coming and that, even I appreciated the fact of how when they asked him about Tank and if there's going to be a possible fight, Devin Haney did say that he's focused on. Yo, when have we heard this? When they bring up another fighter such as Tank or Shakur with Devin, he'll go on and say what he needs to say, throw in a couple jokes or insult. But this time yesterday, you know what he said? He said, right now, I'm only focused on the fight ahead of me for Saturday. I'm not focused on any other fights at this moment. I literally stood up and gave him a round of applause. Like, there you go, King. That's how you do it.
And I think
to your point, we've been asking for.
Yeah, to your point, I think he does a lot of this stuff because he doesn't know how to publicly speak, honestly. And I think he gets caught up with things. Hold on, let me finish this real quick, Upper. And when he does that, he tries to live off his dad's lies. And when he gets caught out there, he's like, yo, what am I doing? I think he actually realized, like, yo, I do got to fight. And I can't keep talking about Tank and Shakur and all these other people. That's not really what I'm focused on right now. And he did that. I mean, he did it with the Loma fight too. Like right around the corner, he stopped talking to people. He got off the internet and all that. I mean, whether it was replying or not, but you know what I mean? He jumped off.
But hold on one second, Ray. Hold on one second. Let me get this out before I got to do something real quick. But because you know, I like to come behind Key real quick. But hold on one second. But look, Key, that's what I was about to say when you was about to segue to that point right there, right? I was proud of Devin right there. People talk about, I don't like, man, when Devin did that right there, and listen, Ray, when he did that right there, I looked at Devin, and I did give him a round of applause. I say, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's the Devin Haney I want to see right there. Focus on what you got right there, and after you take care of business, then you talk your shit. Don't sit there and disrespect Regis like he's nothing. Like, you have a big fight ahead of you. Focus on this fight. And talk about this fight. But like a lot of people say, he called out other fighters to help sell the fight. The fight is sold. Look, the fight is around the corner. And I'm glad that he's finally focused so we can get the best fighting the best. Like, I want to see the best fighting the best. And I don't want to hear no excuse like, well, he wasn't focused on Regis. Now he letting you know he's focused on Regis. And Devin Haney is very educated, Ray Davis. He knows how to speak publicly. No, I'm talking about he knows how to speak.
Yeah, so the example was when he don't have somebody.
Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on 1 second, bro. He knows how to speak real good publicly, bro. But go ahead.
What I'm saying is, yesterday was an excellent point of him using that to speak well, right? Because when he's in other things, it's like he's just trying to he's trying to say things that his dad says, and he's trying to just recall it because he's even thinking about what he's about to say. When Yesterday he was speaking. I was like, yo, that's not the same guy that was on the MMA channel or whatever with this dude. That's not the same guy that was on Sway channel. That is not the same guy. He is not like throwing these things out there that his dad throws out there. This actually sounds like a dude that's ready to fight. And that's what I like. That's a professional. That other stuff is all gimmicks and nonsense. I don't care for that at all. And it doesn't matter what fighter it is. That's why what I was saying about Shakur, the same thing. Y'all know I was like saying, well, I was like, I support Shakur. Excuse me. And I was like, that's my guy. He's from Jersey. But the stuff he doing right now, I don't know where he got that from. That's not how we rep like that. And that's not the Shakur that I remember. Like, he wasn't all that big mouth and all that like in your face stuff. That's new to him. And it just wasn't right. And it sounded crazy. So I am on record of saying these things about fighters that just talk outlandish. When they talk professional and they concentrate on what business is, I'm all for it. And I stand up. I applaud them too. I applaud anybody else that stands up. That's why I like Tank, because Tank is quiet and he don't talk. He only concentrate on his fight, and all that other stuff is nonsense. That's what I give him. Like, I give him that respect for that.
But Tank don't got to do all that to stay relevant. That's the thing.
No, I understand.
These boxers coming up, they trying to stay relevant. I get it. It's part of boxing. It's entertainment. You got to keep the drama going. It's just sometimes it just gets a little too ridiculous. And then when you have these people on here capping for you, and then it's almost like Bill just kind of cut. Once Devin dropped those belts, it's like Bill cut all their legs off. Because now y'all been saying, oh, he going to come back. He going to do this. He going to do that. And it's like, man, they never had no intentions on doing none of that. So to me, that's really the biggest issue. It's like, now y'all got to eat all of that. And I mean, it's cool. It's all part of boxing. So it's not done in a distasteful way. At least my 2 cents. I don't think they're distasteful with it.
Yes. And speaking of distasteful, the way y'all ending this is just having me just transition real smooth into these conversations. Speaking of tasteless, Zenith did bring up a good point in the chat. He did say that the reason why he said that is because they have been asking him about Matias. They were asking him about Matias, and he was saying that was in that context that he's focused on his fight right now, but they did ask him about Matias. And speaking of Matias, Bill Haney did say that there is no money fighting Matias. So I thought that was very interesting. So at least we can say moving forward in 2024, there will not be a Devin Haney and Matias fight. It looks like Bill Haney is not, and Devin don't want that fight as far as right now. That's the impression that I'm getting. So shout out to Zena with the correction. Our chat is undefeated with the facts.
So where's the money coming from fighting Regis? Like when they say that, I'm not. Oh, Eddie Hearn. Oh, okay.
Hey, y'all, can I ask a question after what Key just said?
Go ahead, Dean.
I thought it was about legacy. I thought the money didn't matter. Key, what they was telling us, just send the contract and all of these things. Huh? Upper. I thought it was about the best fighting the best. I thought it was about the best fighting the best.
You know, it's got to be somebody, bro.
Hold on, Ray. Hold on. What you got to realize, though, Dean, what people don't realize, but I'm telling y'all now, it's going to be a ceremonial weigh-in tomorrow. I'm letting y'all know that now. I'm telling you, I'm being honest. Devin's not about to make weight. And I'm just being honest. He's not. If y'all just seen how big Devin was yesterday, he's not about to make weight. And Devin's not about to stay at this division alone. That's why they talking about Keith Thurman right now. Because Devin's having problems making 140. And that's why I was telling y'all the way it happened with Shakur. Devin spent too long at the 135 division. And now he's done got older. And when you get older, your body changes. And Devin's a big boy. He's not going to be able to make that 140. So they're going to give him a ceremonial weigh-in. He's going to fight for this belt. And then he's going to go up trying to get another one. Try to be a 3-division champion. That's what he's going to try to be. Go ahead.
And I hear a lot of people saying if Devin cherry picked Regis, and I would say if he wanted to cherry pick somebody, he would have picked Rolly. What y'all think?
Yep, I agree. And just to touch base,
no, it wouldn't happen because Rolly would have never made that fight.
Yeah, I was about to say no.
It wasn't no way they could force Rolly to make that fight.
But
can I say this, y'all? Who is Rolly with? What promotional company is Rolly?
Mayweather.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's with Mayweather.
Yeah.
Devin and them left Mayweather, so Mayweather
right.
ain't really about
so upper Mayweather and them deal with Al Heyman, right?
Exactly.
Ain't no way Al Heyman is making a fight with Devin Haney without it being Gervonta Davis.
Tank. Yeah, you're not gonna get no PBC fighter but Tank. And I don't care who you is. If Tank, that's just like if Earl wants a fight. You're not going to get that fight before Earl. Just like you're not going to get that fight before Tank. Tank say he won't Devin. There's no way in the world that Al Heyman gives that fight to anybody before he gives it to Tank. So that was off the table with Rolly.
So rumors have it that he's going to try to, if he don't do the Sandor Martin fight, he's going to try to fight Tio to unify. Because he's been...
he's not going to make the weight. Listen what I'm telling you.
I got you. No, I got you. I said that's rumors have it. Rumors have it. Not with
talking about Keith Thurman right now. You see, he's talking about Keith Thurman.
That's his daddy and all them, man. I don't know why we listen to Bill, man.
When it's
I know he can. I know it's. I be. No. Yeah, man.
Bill be capping so much.
Dean, I know you're not giggling, Dean.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, I'm giggling.
They said Keith Thurman. No, hold on. This is what they said. They said Keith Thurman or Barrios, the same Barrios that they got on Tank about fighting.
No, but Devin used to spar Barrios upper.
But Barrios is a legacy fight for Devin because Barrios got the interim belt, and they said Barrios is a great fight for Devin. So if Devin goes up and fight Barrios, you gotta make sure Devin gets all his credit for fighting Barrios too. And when y'all do that, y'all make sure y'all give Tank his credit for fighting Barrios as well.
Ding, ding, ding. There you go, upper.
Yep. 100%.
No, I just think that Devin got to have this moment to separate itself. Shakur didn't take advantage of the opportunity. What Eminem say, you got to lose yourself in the moment. This is time to go ahead, separate yourself from the competition, show everybody I'm the baddest man on the planet. I don't care what y'all say. Do Regis worse than anybody else did, Regis. Make sure Regis' face is unrecognizable after this fight. Other than that, it's going to be the same conversations. because people are going to still not see the separation. No different, y'all. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I love the Eagles. But we've been having close games all season. And then the 49ers rocked us. And what everybody keeps saying, yeah, they've been winning, but they ain't been looking that good. So you can have two different opinions and objectives on people. Yeah, they winning, but they ain't impressive in doing it, though. I can also say that. It's just time to be impressive.
Yeah, I agree. This is his moment to shine. He been talking about losing too much and his power and all that at 135, trying to sweat down his last 3 or 4 fights. That's what it is. I think he definitely about this time. This is time for the show, and that's for all the supporters and fans of Devin Haney, even the extra fans from the elite right. Yeah, y'all too.
And y'all, I'm gonna leave it with this. It's time for the fans that's so die hard upper about how much they rock with Devin Haney and they talk crap about Javante and y'all just harp on the 1.2 million and all that. It's time for y'all to show support. There's no reason y'all so thick and so deep on YouTube can be in all sectors of YouTube, but y'all not pressing that buy button. There's no excuse. Go support that man.
And I'm gonna tell you like this, right? People gotta realize one thing about this, right? Devin's about to fight this man. It's a great fight. Win, lose, or draw. Even if Devin loses this fight, it's still the fact that he jumped up to go against a champion instead of taking a tune-up at that fight. But I'm gonna tell you like this: people sit there and they talk about how Zorilla did Regis Prograis, right? They talk about how he looked at the Zorilla fight. Before y'all sit there and get on Regis about that, I want y'all to go back and pull up a Zorilla fight and see how Zorilla actually fights. Zorilla's not no slow leap. He's not no slouch, for one. And for two, he was a late round replacement. See, Regis had prepared for another fighter. And y'all know how late minute replacements do. You see, Pacquiao got a late minute replacement against Jordanis Ugas, got beat. You seen Jared Big Baby Anderson, he had Charles Martin, late minute replacement, got rocked, almost got beat. So
it's a Cruz and Javante.
Huh? Yeah,
I
said,
it's Cruz and Javante.
Because that man beat that man 9-3 with one hand. So
no, I know he still beat him, but I'm just bringing another example of a late addition, and you're not prepared for that fight.
Andy Ruiz and AJ. That's the best one. Andy Ruiz and AJ.
Yep.
Big Baby Miller got out the fight. Andy Ruiz came in, shocked the world. That's what I'm saying. So people giving Ruiz a lot of crap behind that. It was a late round replacement with a great fighter that was already hungry. And that man was hungry for a title shot, and he got one. So Regis was fighting a hell of a battle. Now, if you think that translates to the Devin fight, then you're going to be shocked. Now, like I said, I hope Devin comes out there focused, and I hope he comes out there because I would hate to see him lose tomorrow. Regis is at the end of his career. He gave us good fights, and if he was to lose tomorrow, it'd be okay. He got his biggest payday. He can go and do what he got to do. I don't want to see the young guy, Devin, in the height of his career, get started with a setback like this. Because who knows what a setback like this would do for his psyche. It'd probably be detrimental. You know, because pulling he get and all that. And I don't want to see that man go through that right now.
In my eyes,
he's gonna lose, if he gonna lose, I want him to lose for a big payday. Not for no damn pennies.
Yeah.
Speaking of losing, oh, sorry, Ray. Speaking of losing, because this is a good segue. Speaking of losing and for a payday, Bozy Ennis did an interview yesterday regarding Conor Benn recently calling out Boots Ennis for a fight. Ironically, Conor Benn and Chris Eubanks is scheduled to fight in February, but that's Negro here nor there. I just wanted to throw that out there while everybody keeps saying that Boots is ignoring Conor Benn. He's not. And Bozy Ennis
as he should.
Right. And Bozy Ennis made the statement and was like, yo, y'all do realize that Conor Benn is not even in the top 15 in the rankings and that they're not going over there. You know, they have no plans on going over there right now to fight Conor Benn, which I do agree with, of course, but I might be biased because y'all know I don't play by Boots. So, also he doubled down on the talking point that he was but mandatory. There's rumors going around, as we all know, that if Boots really wanted to fight Bud, he would have stayed in that in the mandatory instead of leaving and going to the IBF, if I'm not mistaken, route. And Bozianis cleared it up yesterday and basically said, like, listen, we were his mandatory for a very long time. He never had plans on fighting us then. So we had to take the route to the IBF to pressure them because we knew that the IBF was going to enforce it. And they
hold on one second, please.
Okay.
Bullet and OGQ Israel, that is false. You can still go online and buy Devin Haney tickets. There's still floor tickets and there's still upper Raptor tickets. So, and Fanon just pulled it up yesterday and showed all the tickets. It's over 100.
I watched it yesterday. I saw it yesterday, Fanon.
I just pulled it up. Hold on. I just pulled it up now. It's still over 100 and some tickets left, and it's still floor seats left. So we're not gonna do that. It's not sold out yet. Thank you.
Right. So basically, Bozy is basically clearing it up, y'all, putting it on the record that no, he was the mandatory. He's been a mandatory in 2 separate divisions, IBF or sanctioning bodies. The IBF finally said, enforced, and he did say that it wasn't ideal for Boots to become the quote unquote email champion. He would have rather fought for it. So that's pretty much it. Conor Ben, they're not looking his way. He's not even ranked. I didn't even know he wasn't in the top 15.
Let me respond to that, Key, real quick.
Go ahead.
Hold on 1 second before you do that, 2 cent. Before you do that, there's over 100 and some seats of the original seats still left. Over 100 and some seats of the original seats left, and there's over 1,000 seats left for the fight. It's not a sellout. There's still over 100 and some of the regular seats, still floor seats and everything, and the seats are what is it, like $10 to $200? How am I mad as shit? You know something, Israel? You starting to get on my nerves, dog. You really are. Talking about somebody mad as shit. Why would I be mad because somebody sold out, bro? You know something? Matter of fact,
don't
get
do
the hell out
it.
of here. Get the hell out of here, dog. Get the hell out of here. You've been pushing my goddamn patience all this day. Bye. Bitch ass nigga. You tired of that stupid ass shit from bitch ass niggas, dog.
Hey, them Haney fans. Okay, so this is what I was finna.
Go ahead, 2 cents.
What? I mean, Conor Ben just needs to sit his incredible edible egg eating stuff down somewhere. He ain't even. He gotta dig himself out of a hole.
I've been letting his ass slide and everything, bro. Like, keep talking about somebody mad. Well, how am I fucking mad if I want them, man? Get your punk ass out of here, you dumbass. You sound like Rallo, you dumbass. Now, I bet you big mad now. Now go ahead, 2 cents.
Yeah, so yeah, Conor Ben, he out of there. Nobody worried about Conor Ben. And this is something very unique about Haney fans and Crawford fans is what I'm starting to notice. Because just back in November, Crawford did an interview and they asked him about Boots, and the boy said his name never came up. Fast forward to now, he's saying he ducked him twice. And I'm like, at what point did Boots have an opportunity to duck you, bro? And then people want to bring up this BLK Prime, like, stop it. First of all, they wasn't even a legit company. They don't even exist no more. Y'all talking about blue blood called Bozy. That's not how you make a fight. And then when they got with Espinoza, it was like, no, like, why would Boots try to make a backdoor under the table deal with BLK Prime, mess up his relationship with Showtime, and the fight might not even happen? Y'all seen what happened to Adrian Broner. So I don't even know why y'all keep trying to use it as a talking point. Like, when people try to do that, I just don't even go back and forth with him, because he did not have an opportunity to fight Terrence, period. And we have to stop calling people an email champ and overlooking the fact why they got, quote unquote, emailed the belt, because the champion didn't want to fight him. Crawford don't want to fight Boots. I'm not saying it's a duck. I'm not saying he needs. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying, let's stop trying to criticize the person that got the belt, because the person that had the belt didn't want to fight him. That's all I'm saying.
2 cents. You know what's crazy? It's to the point where people talking about Jerron going the IBF route, like like him trying to get his fight with Earl Spence at that time before Terrence Crawford and them ever fought, is just such an atrocity. He was either going to try to fight Terrence or Earl Spence, and he knew the IBF would allow him to fight Earl Spence quicker than the WBO was going to allow him to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. So Terrence Bud Crawford is talking about him doing something that he was trying to do himself. You know what that is, y'all? You know what Jerron Boots and Boots got in common? They both was trying to fight Earl Spence.
And let me say something to that too. Y'all keep saying, well, why Earl ain't fight him? Why Earl ain't fight him? Earl didn't fight nobody. He didn't want to fight nobody but Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is the one that took another fight in between all that. So the question should be, why didn't Terrence fight him? You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make, those talking points just don't make sense. Like, it just needs to stop. And nobody was saying nothing about Spence fighting Boots until everybody starts saying Crawford ducked him.
And you so right, because I remember even in his little Instagram live, he said something about, oh, no one brought Boots to my table. But then later come find out that him and Blue Blood had this little plan to fight Boots, and Bozy took it to Showtime, Showtime, and they turned it down. So yeah, Bud be on that stuff too. It must be the snack over there.
Hold on, Ray. B-Trip, I never seen a bitch ass nigga that want to say something so bad, nigga. You watching me. You coming over here to say something to me. So you on my dick, bitch. Now bye.
No. Upper no.
Ain't you?
Upper no. Be nice. Just delete them. But be nice, Upper. Remember, woosah, Upper. Woosah.
Yo, kid, you know what's so crazy? It's dudes like this that, like, this is the sad part about us having boxing talk. Now, he know his ladies up here. He know Upper running the channel. He don't even got enough respect to just follow what the man say, hey, yo, chill out, y'all, chill. I ain't feeling that. And just be like, you know what, my fault. No different than you. These are the type of guys that come in your house and open your refrigerator without your permission and then wonder why you upset about it.
With like, dirty hands.
Yeah, with dirty hands. You didn't even wash your hands. You didn't even wipe your feet off on the goddamn mat before you walked in the crib, bro. Like, why we can't talk boxing without it always going personal? Y'all heard Rallo up there talking about Fanon. I ain't never talked bad about you and all this, that, and the third, but you said something about me. You said everything that I was saying was dumb and trying to act like what I was saying of Fanon, like I'm on Fanon jock and all this other stuff, not even knowing we disagree all the time. But this is the problem with guys like that. You just want to insult them because you in your feelings. Now, you sat there and wrote a whole paragraph as a man instead of just hitting exit and going to another YouTube video. That's all.
Weak-minded. I ain't gonna say it.
But go ahead, Ray. What were you saying? So something about Instagram. Bud said it on his Instagram. And
Bullet Gibson, how am I capping, Bullet? He say drop the link Upper so he can come up here and tell me how I'm capping.
Who's capping? I didn't hear nothing that you capped about.
I don't know. Yeah. So no, about the Instagram live. He had mentioned that no one bought Boots to his say anything about Boots. It wasn't an Instagram live. It was actually on $1 million worth of game. He said it, didn't he? And then they had actually called him on the phone and said, yeah, we talked to Boots. Bud. And he was like, yeah, y'all ain't want to make the fight. Now all this had changed. So he be just throwing stuff out there that just don't make sense sometimes. He's another one that just like to just put I don't know where they get this. It's got to be the Nebraska Cornhusker juice out there or something. I don't know what's going on. These people just be talking reckless and don't know how to pronounce things and spell things. And like his Twitter is just blowing up with misspelled words. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just everything he does is just, and I'm talking about Bud. That's why he don't say much, I think. Because I think he's too afraid to say the wrong things. But that's just what it is. I know I just got a little sidetracked, but I just had a brain fart on that situation with this guy because Bud he's another one that just be throwing
let me just say one thing real quick, Ray Davis. Let me say one thing real quick. And look, I respect everybody that respect me, and I respect everybody for coming to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that come here. But dude, don't threaten me, bro. Because you talking about a person wouldn't say something to your face and everything, bro. Google me, bro. Like, I'm not no regular internet person, bro. I'm over here because I like talking with my friends and my family up here. Because that's everybody in here is family. Dude, you don't know me, man. So stop all that internet tough talk, bro.
for your IP address get tracked and you got some problems, bro. So stop. Look me up first before you keep talking that crazy shit, dude. For real. Go ahead, man. Can't stand that shit, bro. People be thinking people on the internet all soft and shit, bro. Everybody don't play on the damn internet. I ate cheese sandwiches in prison harder than you, nigga.
It's
Yo. Yo.
Yeah, right. It's that snack for real.
Hey, don't giggle, y'all. Don't giggle.
Right.
I can't, man.
Points now. Dang, best friend. I told you, use your special points in Woo side. No, I'm just playing with you up, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely that snack though that got these dudes talking reckless and don't know how to control their conversations. That's what it is at the end of the day.
It's throwing their hormones off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, speaking of hormones being thrown off, do you guys think that it's because you know how it's rumors out there, whispers pretty much of they don't think that the Earl and the Crawford fight is going to happen again, part 2. But do you guys think that Crawford Bud has played a role into that for this fight to be downplayed, since he's overlooking Earl and talking about other fighters, you know, like Canelo, and wanting to fight him? And that's why, because every poll I asked this, because every poll that I've seen so far up to, you know, currently up to date, has picked all the fans wants to see Canelo versus Bud. I swear to God,
nobody wants
they
to.
don't
That
even
fight don't even make sense, Key. I don't even know why people
doesn't make sense.
That.
But it's, I know, Queen, but that's what they want to see. I don't know why. I'm not saying it makes sense. All I'm asking is, do you guys think that Bud has played a role into downplaying the Earl Spence fight to get other fights? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think he has, and go ahead, Oprah. Oh, I think he has played a role in downplaying it. And the biggest, in my opinion, that's Bud's next biggest payday. And for you to say you want the fight at 47, you already know that nobody is going to be interested at that fight at 47. So I feel like if Bud was out here like, okay, yeah, we're going to have a fight at 54. He had all those excuses. He shouldn't have no excuse at 54. I'm going to do it the same way. Then it will be a different energy around the fight. But since he running around saying he don't want the fight, he wanted at 47 because he want to go fight, like the way he's marketing it, like he shouldn't be doing that, because you contractually have to take the fight. And you can want to fight Canelo all you want. There's no benefit at all, not even a little bit, in Canelo fighting you. So I really don't see that fight happening. Like, it just doesn't even make, like, I don't even know how they would market it. They got away with marketing the Charlo fight because it was undisputed versus undisputed, but we all knew that was pretty ridiculous. So they're not going to be able to market a fight coming up 3 weight classes. You get when Benavidez right there, and that's the fight that makes more sense, and that's the fight that people want to see.
2 cents. It's no way. People talk about they know business, and they want to use this same side of the street argument. You know what's so crazy? David Benavidez and Terrence Crawford are both with PBC right now, correct? They both with PBC right now. So
Benavidez too big for Crawford, bro.
No. What I'm saying is, if you think that Al Heyman would make a fight with Terrence Crawford over Benavidez after having his relationship with Benavidez, he is not losing a 24, 25-year-old David Benavidez to make Terrence Crawford happy, when he would have to also go against Earl Spence, who's with them also. It is no way this fight, and Jamar Charlo.
Yeah, he's not about to do that.
It is no way, Upper, they are making this fight happen. Because that means,
I told you, Jamal and David Benavidez is who's on Canelo's last 2 fights. He's not about to give Crawford, who just came to the PBC, who's actually a big draw, honestly, and I'm not hating on Crawford, but his last fight without Earl did 6,000 pay-per-view buys. 6,000 pay-per-view buys. That's why they said the price of China ain't the same no more. Now, we haven't seen Devin Haney outsold Terrence Crawford in his first pay-per-view. Terrence Crawford hasn't hit. He hit 147 with Amir Khan.
he hit 140K with Sean Porter, who just came off a 300K pay-per-view with Earl Spence. So, and then he did 6,000 with David Avanesian with under a $500,000 gate. And Earl and them hit $5 million gates like it ain't nothing. So they're not about to sit there and risk putting Canelo with Crawford, a big money fight like Canelo, because Jamal Charlo will outsell Crawford and David Benavidez will outsell Crawford. They're about making that bread. Canelo's about getting that back end right now. And that's why Canelo said, I'm not fighting Bud. Bud doesn't bring nothing to the table. Bud has to do a pay-per-view on his own that show. Now, like I said, I think Canelo, after this contract up, either he going to retire or he might re-up with the PBC again. But if not, he's retiring. And then maybe you could talk about other fights, because everybody wants to retire with the PBC because that's where you get your bag at.
Hey, Upper, keep this in mind too, big bro. I don't know if you thought about this. Canelo is definitely going to re-up with PBC because it ain't no way they launching that network with Amazon and Canelo not trying to get a piece of that. Oh, he trying to get a piece of that.
And look, he's about to get a piece of it this year. Coming up.
Yep.
He's about to get it twice. And when he sees the back end of that shit, because he already got a $100 million contract guaranteed.
Yeah.
Now, when he sees that back end he's about to get, especially off this next fight, and he got 1 billion streamers worldwide, yeah, Canelo ain't going nowhere because the zone don't give up back end. So he's not going back there. So, yeah.
For real.
That's why I said if he don't re-up with the PBC, he's going to retire.
Yep.
That's the only thing he's going to do. And welcome, Bullet.
What's up, Bullet?
Salute to everybody on the panel. What's good with you, man?
Peace, Bullet.
What up?
What's good with you? Before I get with you, 2 cents. Dean, man, I heard you jump one of my guys, man. The boy freaking told me. Nah, you know I'm fucking with you, bro. You all right? Nah, I'm playing with him. I'm playing with him. This my guy.
I said,
yeah, this my guy. I wasn't there. I don't know. You know, me and Freak will be playing around this shit. But
it wasn't frequent.
yeah,
it wasn't frequent. It was Rollo. It was that nigga Rollo.
No, I know. He told me. He said somebody named Rollo or something like that.
Yeah, he said Devin had a better resume. He said Devin had a better resume than Muhammad Ali at that age. He said,
I don't know nothing about that. Duh.
He said better than Floyd Mayweather, better than Muhammad Ali, better than Henry Armstrong.
Yeah, I can't give him that.
He need to get off the live.
Nah, he was pushing it. He was dead ass.
I'm glad
look, I'm not trying to hound on him. 2 cents.
What up?
So what's up? What we talking about? What's up?
I don't know. You said I was capping. I'm trying to see what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you capping because Bud team offered Boots the opportunity.
No, it wasn't.
He didn't take it.
It wasn't his team. It was a representative.
I'm talking about the BLK Prime shit, right?
And that was Blue Bud.
Bullet. What happened was a dude went to Bud and said, if we could make the fight, would you do it? Then he went to Boots. And then Boots went to Steven Espinosa. And Steven Espinosa said, well, why do we need that dude as the middleman when I got the thing? And that's what happened. They didn't want to do the shit with Steven Espinosa and them. BLK Prime couldn't even pay all the fighters on the card. And they went bankrupt for the 12th time. So
this my only thing with that. Because when you really have faith in a guy and you willing to give him opportunities, just like Al Heyman gave multiple fighters on his platform opportunities. You want to go chase a fight? I know he wasn't under Al, he's on Showtime, but I'm just giving an example. You wanted to fight Charles Martin? Go ahead and fight AJ. I'll give you the opportunity. Go fight him. You want that fight?
Bullet.
It was no formal offer, Bullet. It was no formal offer. It was just a dude that wasn't with Crawford team or with Boots team. He was trying to set up the fight, but it was no formal offer. It was no proffer. It was nothing. It was just word of mouth. They didn't come with no money, no contract, no deal, no nothing. That's just like me telling you, Boots. Bullet. That's like me saying, how about you and Dean? Y'all go ahead and set up a debate. And look, I just leave it at that. It ain't no offer or nothing like that. We didn't go through no details, no nothing. I just said some damn dumb shit. And that's what the dude said. He did some dumb shit.
But Bozy got caught on camera saying 2 different things. One, he said why they never came to us with an offer. They just came to Avanesian. And then when Bud was on the of course this is all he say stuff on the internet. I don't know the background stuff, but when Bud was on the interview with Gilly them, he was like such and such and such. Like it kind of was like there was an offer. So it just kind of it was a contradiction.
How many times have we caught Bud lying in the last year and a half?
No, I agree. I know Bud be capping. I'm just saying. It looked bad.
Steven Espinosa came out and said it wasn't no offer. He said it was a bullshit offer because Steven Espinosa tried to pursue it because they believed in Boots and they wanted to get Boots to get that fight.
I don't trust Steven Espinosa. He be
Bullet.
He be doing
Bullet, let me ask you a question, Bullet.
When has he lied?
Let me ask you a question, Bullet.
What's up?
Crawford was going to fight him then, why won't he fight him now?
He need the hedge fund. That's why.
Hold on, fam. Because he's finna fight Earl Spence. Earl Spence deserved his opportunity. He activated his rematch clause, and rightly so. Bud better fight my guy. You goddamn right.
Saying he's not going to fight him. That's why he got stripped of the IBF.
But he don't have to. 2 cents. He don't have to. But my fault. Go ahead, Mama.
Saying you're not listening to the logic though. If Boots quote unquote ducked you twice and you was gonna fight him those times, why now would you get stripped versus fighting him?
Because he has to fight Earl. And
listen, everybody keeps listen. Wait, let me finish.
Hold on for a second, 2 Cent. Listen, I mean, I listen, but check this out. Bozy Ennis came out already and said that they're not going to be able to do the rematch unless one of them fight Boots. They already said it before they even they said they stepped aside for Undisputed. And they said that they're neither one, whoever wins, they either have to fight Boots or they will be stripped. It's already came out before they even fought. So if Bud had to deny the rematch and fight Boots, or he was going to get stripped, that was what it was, period. Nobody would have been able to fight the other fighter unless they fought Boots. It was already ahead of time because Boots had been waiting for 2 years.
So the rematch. So you saying if the rematch happened, then whoever getting stripped, it don't matter.
Earl would have got stripped. That's why.
Absolutely.
Whoever won that fight, if they didn't immediately fight Boots over the rematch, they was getting stripped. That's why Earl said this was my last fight at 147 because he wasn't about to damn fight Boots, and he said he only staying down for one person. So both of them already said that after the fight they was getting the belt. They already said it. I got videos of it, but they already knew they was getting the belt. It wasn't no way around them getting that belt because they had already been waiting. They had fought 3 eliminators. The first one was Castillo Clayton, remember? He fought Castillo Clayton. And Boots is only the second ever IBF intern. IBF has only had 2 interns in their entire career. And Boots is the second one. The first one was because the champ got hurt. So IBF don't have interns. And so he fought Castillo Clayton, then he fought Karen Kukadajian, then he fought the Vila. So the next fight was either against the champ or he was getting the belt.
Well, the fact that BLK is not even around anymore, we got to stop using it as a talking point because they're not reliable. And if he wanted to fight, they should have fought on Showtime. That only makes sense. Why would if I'm a fight on the Showtime platform? Why the hell would I go fight on BLK?
Because 2 cents. This is my thing. This is my whole argument. And I know Deem already explained why he went the Earl Spence right. It made more sense. I'll be honest. It made more sense.
He didn't he only got $4 million.
Oh no, I don't know. I'm just saying I know he got paid. I don't really be caring. That's my thing. I don't be caring about what these fighters make.
I know
they getting paid.
But they said it was a $10 million fight, but he only got 4.
Yeah, I don't. But hold on, baby, hold on. Boots could have fought Bud and forced it as his mandatory. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I already know Dean explained why he went the IBF route. It just made more sense. I mean, the IBF route, it made more sense. It gave him a faster opportunity to fight a champion. I know that. But I'm going against the argument saying Bud ducked Boots or he's ducking Boots because Boots could have stayed in regardless, I know why he did it, but he still had an opportunity to fight Bud if he would have stayed in his ranking system. But and Bud at this current moment don't have to fight Boots because he would Boots is no longer a mandatory type of situation. I know it's a unification thing, but to Bud right now, that's just super. Well, Upper gonna say it ain't no low risk now because he got a belt. But the name value, the name rings bells on YouTube, but his sales is not enough to be like, yes, Bud absolutely have to fight him. Bud, and I don't think he deserved the Canelo fight neither, but that would make more sense for his career. I'm just keeping it 100. So I don't think Bud is ducking Boots in that aspect.
If Bud fought Boots and got his belt back and became another undisputed champion, is that not a legacy fight?
But
it's absolutely a legacy fight. But what fight is a better fight? Boots for the undisputed thing, or going straight up and beating Canelo?
He not ever fighting Canelo, bro.
No, it's not going to happen.
I just said that. I said I don't think he's going to get that fight neither. I'm just saying he's keeping the option open. Right. Well, just recently there was an interview.
Hold on, Bullet. Why I say that, bro, so definitively, it's no way Al Heyman is making that fight with David Benavidez. David Benavidez is with the PBC too, Bullet. You got Errol Spence and you got David Benavidez both on the PBC. There is no way Bud is fighting Canelo Alvarez before he fights Errol Spence or David Ben. He's not going to mess his relationship up with David Benavidez for Bud Crawford. Period. That's not going to happen, bro.
Well, we say that, but David Benavidez was definitely deserving of an opportunity before Jamel. And he up and let Jamel get the opportunity before David Benavidez.
Hold on, Bullet. Hold on.
You can't say that because
Jamel been with PBC
for 10 years.
But he jumped out their division though. Upper, he ran from them. I agree.
Hey, 1 second.
But he ran from them though.
Hold on, shout out Salute Bullet. I didn't get speaking. You came on. Terrence Crawford is now on record. I'm waiting for the confirmation to pull up the video real quick, but allegedly he is saying that PBC does not want the rematch with him and Errol Spence. So I'm just adding that to the fire for y'all to cook on real quick. That was just announced, y'all. Go ahead.
Yeah. Cool. Can I jump in real quick? I just want to touch on some things that Bullet was saying.
Go ahead, Ray.
All right. So look, Bullet, you just said that he couldn't have took the fight. Boots could have waited in line at the WBO when Virgil Ortiz was one ahead of him on the as a mandatory at that time, or number one.
He already declined. He already declined the fight.
Let me jump.
Go
ahead.
Hold on, people. Hold. Check this out. We gonna keep it facts. Virgil Ortiz took out the ranking when he signed the fight Stanionis. Go ahead.
Right. That's where I'm going. I'm going through the history line. So so when he jumped out of that would have been Boots' opportunity to go up. But as you've seen, when that Boots even left at the IBF, Rocha was in that position, and he didn't even fight Rocha. He didn't even attempt to. So where would he have been with Boots? That's the question that we need to be asking. Would he have still took that fight with Boots in that case? Because he had the opportunity, right? And he didn't take that fight with Rocha. So either or, he ducked his mandatory at the WBO level.
Actually, he was going to fight Rocha, and Oscar De La Hoya was trying to do a purse bid. And when they was going to do the purse bid, the bid for the purse was only $225,000 because wasn't nobody else trying to bid on the Alexis Rocha and Bud Crawford fight.
Right.
So Bud pulled out of the Alexis Rocha fight because Oscar De La Hoya had offered him a deal for Virgil Ortiz and Alexis Rocha. But then Oscar went back and said it wasn't enough money for the deal. So he was trying to get Terrence Crawford on a damn purse bid. And Terrence Crawford would have made less than $1 million on that purse bid because the minimum bid was $225, and with $225, who would have bought that Crawford versus Rocha?
Exactly.
Nobody. So Crawford said, "Fuck that," and he gonna make the Errol Spence fight.
Exactly, and he didn't take that fight. And my point is, he went down and made the Errol fight. So either way, we could have looked at it the same way with the PBC. Did you think he would have made more than $6-7 million fighting fighting Boots? Probably not. Then he would have did the same thing because he wanted that big money. That's what it was. And he wanted that money with Earl, and he was trying to drag Earl down in the mud for as long as he could. It is what it is. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I guess I can be wrong on some points, but I'm just saying, I know that's the road that I seen.
No, I agree that when the fight was supposed to be made, Bud walked away from that opportunity and made excuses and all that shit. Fight was right there. You know what I'm saying? After everything that quote unquote we've been waiting on, Earl was healthy. Earl was ready. Right after a fight, Earl was like, "Let's get it," and he dragged his feet. I definitely agree with that. Don't you know what I'm saying? I think that he kind of, you know, he won, so I don't want to make excuses, but he kind of fucked it up.
Yeah, it would have been a better showing from Earl, I think, if they didn't drag it along.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate the love, man. Upper, man, y'all, you and Key, man, y'all doing y'all thing, man. Continue to cook. I'm gonna be in the background, continue to cook, but I'll holler at y'all, all right?
Peace and blessings, Dean. You already know. Well, 2 cents went out. I thought we were still going.
Yeah, peace and blessings, Dean. I feel you, Aaron Muhammad. I see it too. Key, you still there?
I think she said she's watching.
Yes, I'm here. Give me 1 second, y'all. 2 seconds.
Here go 2 cent right here.
All right, my signal faded. What I missed?
You ain't miss much. We just
Somebody
talked.
was calling for you just a second ago.
I was about to say that. You got called out.
Somebody was saying that PBC didn't want the rematch. That's the last thing I heard.
Hey, you got who was somebody looking for me? Everybody okay? We good?
Yeah, I heard you saying that PBC didn't want the rematch.
Oh, so it's so Bud Crawford. I'm trying to find the video right now. They're saying that Bud is making the assumption that it's not him or the reason why this rematch is taking so long is because PBC doesn't want to put it on again. Could y'all hear me? Right?
Yeah, I hear you. I got you. It was that I don't know what happened. Yeah, that's crazy. So does that mean that goes somewhere else? That fight is that what they mean when they were saying how Earl was upset? Anything like that? Because I guess it's a lot of open. It's a lot of openings in that type of statement.
I think you know what by us is. I think it's mighty ironic that this is released the day of that. PBC just got signed to deal with Amazon. So go ahead, Rain.
No, I was gonna say I wonder if somebody just like Rick Glazier or some other person just throwing stuff out there. I know you said Bud said it, but like I wonder if it's like just misinformation because a lot of times it's like, you know, these guys, Mike Cappinger, all these dudes be out there just dropping, you know, things. The dude from Ring Magazine, they just be saying stuff sometimes, and it don't even be true. They just report it, and it don't even be true half the time.
Right. No, and I get
well,
that.
Bud said that. Oh, my fault.
Oh, go ahead, Bullet. Go ahead, Bullet.
No. You got it, Mama. I don't want to cut you off. You got it.
You said Bud said you heard it too, Bullet?
Yeah, I seen the interview. Bud said that, but Bud said a lot of things and he just be capping.
That's I don't think he's telling the truth about that one. Okay, I thought I'm looking for it now, trying to pull it up, but I'm like, no, I seen Bud had said that he.
Yeah, but he did say that.
Okay, yeah, PBC. That PBC doesn't want to put it on. I find that to be quite interesting.
You know what it is? You know what it is though? What it is Bud wants too much guarantee right now. And they're not trying to put that type of money out there. Instead of him trying to get the back end like before, he wants a guarantee and the back end. See, he's trying to do that diva shit again, and he's not even that big of a seller.
Nope.
Like,
and that's what I was talking about, Key. You see how Bud moving? He's sitting here saying, "Oh, they don't want to put it on," when probably they've already. When I heard Espinosa talk, he said everything is already done. They did everything in the first contract so they wouldn't have to go through this. The only thing that would need to be decided was the weight, right? And for him to sit up there and say, "Oh, they don't want to put it on," no, you're trying to probably get something that It's not in the contract, and they're telling you no. So you're gonna come out here and spit it to your fans. See, he likes to manipulate his fans and have them running around here like little flying monkeys and saying this and saying that. And you're gonna say, oh, they don't want to put it on. So Crawford, who are you gonna fight then? Because there's nobody you're gonna fight to get the kind of money you want. You've already took Thurman off your hit list. You've already took Charlo off your hit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that he does that.
Yeah, he bugging. I think he's just trying to waste time. I don't know why he do that either. That's why I was just flipping out about Bud earlier, and I just got all tongue twisted. That's exactly why I got tongue twisted, because of this shit. I don't even want to curse because of the stuff like this. It's just ridiculous. I told you, it's something in that corn mill and that corn husking field they be drinking. I don't know, man. They be out there bugging.
Bud be tripping, but Bud can fight. That's all I do know. Bud can fight. You know what I'm saying? I support Bud's fighting ability. I can't support, certain other things, but Bud the truth.
I think we all agree with that.
Being able to fight don't mean shit if you can't put asses in seats, if you can't sell them.
No, I understand. I understand, but what I was going to say,
because he feel like he's supposed to get a big ass cut over Spence, and Spence is the reason why the shit's selling. Like, damn, you need to go ahead. Damn, the man just gave you a big ass payday that you didn't deserve. Shout out to Coach M with the $5 holler. Bud won't out to advise him without signing him and paying and advising. The entitlement is what I'm not a fan of. Exactly, Coach Amber. And that's what he think he's supposed to get shit for free. He think he ain't supposed to pay Al Heyman that 15%.
Well, I think Amber brought up a really good question, you guys. She said, let me find it. Dang, I can't find it anymore. I don't know where she just asked a really good question. Amber, copy and repeat it back in the chat. But yes, Bullet is absolutely right. Y'all know how Bud do. He double talks. He goes back and forth. We don't know if PBC, if that's the case, Espinoza and them would have been said it. You know what I'm saying? Prior, when they were asking for the rematch, he said the last thing we had all heard was about the weight. Where is it going to be? And with PBC moving and all that, it was never about they don't want to put up money for the fight because they're afraid it's going to sell. Come on now. They just did less than 100K with my boo-boo and Benavidez. Like, you think they worried about that?
Yeah, Bud tripping.
Let's be honest. You know that Earl and Bud is gonna do way more than that. Like, no shade.
And it's like he think he can outsell Ashanti by himself? No. So why he think he can outsell anybody else? He bugging. He can't do nothing by himself.
Yeah, I mean, I like Bud, but he gotta chill. What's up, Bullet?
I've seen a report that Canelo was open to the Bud fight. Now, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying he's going to get it, but I have seen something saying Canelo said he's open to fight Bud after I think he was interested in Bud, Jamal Charlo.
Canelo should be embarrassed if it came out of his mouth. He should be embarrassed as a fighter if it came out of his mouth.
No, I don't think it came out of his mouth, but like reporters, I just seen this. I don't know if it's absolute fact, but I've seen a couple names: Bud, Jaime Munguia, Jamal Charlo, and then after one of them, then the David Benavidez fight. That's what I've seen. Now I don't. So you seen that too, right, Keith?
Yeah, we talked about it here yesterday, and the only two people that really front runners is Jamal Charlo, or I think the only person that they are going to make happen is Jamal Charlo, because Jaime Munguia fight John Ryder in February. So I don't think he's going to have a quick turnaround time for a May fight. Plus, that's a close fight right there. I think Ryder might get Jaime Munguia up out of there. Terrence still got the rematch with Earl. And Jamal, even though he just got out of, you know what I'm saying? Like, he going through his thing mentally.
Jamal said he about to fight again in February or March. He's going to do a quick turnaround. He said he ain't trying to wait. He said he about to do a quick turnaround. Get ready.
Oh, well, then I don't know who he's going to fight then. Go ahead, Bullet.
We got to put pressure on Jamal because we got to do this with everybody. Jamal Charlo owes Carlos Adames a fight. That guy been sitting there waiting for this man to come back, and then he went up and had this fake Charlo ain't coming back. Fight against.
He not coming back. Charlo done 160. He already said it.
Well, I thought he said he'll go to 160 fight Adonis. I thought he said that he'll fight Adonis.
No, he said he's going to get another fight at 168 before the Canelo fight. He's done with 160. You see, he was 166 his last fight.
Yeah. Well, he need to drop that belt, just like we put pressure on these other guys. He need to drop that belt because Carlos Adames earned that shot.
He said to Jose Benavidez, he said, if you want me to, I'll drop this motherfucking belt now. But the WBC didn't want him to drop the belt because they still want to get that sanctioning fee money off of him. So until he go up to fight for another one, they're not going to let him drop this shit because if he drop it, they don't get no money off of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up. That's holding up the sport of boxing. You feel me? Just like I'm putting pressure on all these. I'm putting pressure on all these people. Bivol had done got pie in front of Beterbiev as well. Beterbiev said, "You're not going. You need to fight me. You scared." Bivol was looking befuddled.
Yep, Aaron. That's what we're saying. That report is cap, but I mean, they putting out everything. That's why I asked the question. I'm like, do y'all think that he's really trying to you know what I'm saying, like talk this fight down, like intentionally and unintentionally? You know
He's been doing it the whole time, just like after the fight. Oh, Earl was my easiest opponent, and everybody else, basically everybody else I fought was better. Earl ain't no Hall of Famer, and I'm thinking in my head like, this bad business, bud. Like, why would you be doing this, bro? You gotta fight this guy again. You need to be talking up the rematch. Like, it needs to be he has so many excuses at 47. Let's see what he gonna do at 54. That's all you gotta do. And then people will be like, oh, okay, well, we gonna see it at 54. But now you're saying, oh, PBC don't want the fight. So here we go with that. They about to run with that. PBC don't want the fight. PBC don't want the fight. When we know that's not true. You obviously don't want the fight.
Facts. Okay, so then it's my next question to you guys, and this is how we'll close it out before I get everybody final thoughts or last thoughts. Do you guys think that Errol Spence is doing himself a disservice by remaining silent for so long?
Earl trained. Earl, he focused. Because as soon as he get put back in there, he going to beat the dog shit out of him. That's why Earl ain't saying that. He can sit back like, yeah, keep talking. I got you.
Yep. I think the closer we get to the fight, Earl will talk. If you notice, that's when Earl talks. He don't really talk in between unless he really needs to come out and address something. Other than that, Earl be chilling. So I don't know why everybody acts like Earl is just this big talker, or he's never done that. He's never been like that. If the cap gets too much, he'll come out and address it. He don't respond to things like that. He just do him. And anybody that's an Earl fan knows that. And anything he comes out and says, it'll just be an excuse. It'll just be disagreed with and argued with. So no, I don't necessarily think he's doing himself a disservice. I think once it gets closer to the fight, then maybe he'll put his little tweets up or his little cryptic tweets he put up. But as of right now, there's nothing for him to be saying, really.
I agree with that. I think he's 100% dialed in, and he don't have nothing else to do but train and just get this fight, just win back, because that's what he wants, and that's what he's proven. And he's moving up in weight, so he's probably trying to balance that out too, you know. So that might be a couple things that he's doing. And not to mention, he's a family man. He loves his kids, so he likes to spend time with them. So I think that's where he's at right now. I got to get out of here. I wrote a little message for y'all in the private chat. Thank you for having me. All right. Appreciate it.
Peace and blessings, Ray.
Peace out.
Peace and blessings, Ray. Bullet, I didn't get your response.
Listen.
What you think, Bullet?
I think he's good, you know, just the way he is. With him not talking, all you can really do is have people like wondering, like, damn, what Earl doing? What he doing? And the silence kind of builds anticipation sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, just like y'all, you know, y'all feel like Devin talk too much. Tank's silence builds anticipation. We don't know his next move. Earl's silence builds anticipation because he's not on the internet or all that stuff. If he's talking about something, he talk about like Black history stuff. I'll be seeing him sometimes. So
Upper, I got a question.
I like that he just staying focused.
Do you think Derek James saying Earl not in the gym was like maybe like something strategic that he did?
Yeah, because you know he worked with Blu-ray right now.
Yeah, and I did a video about that. I'm like, why do y'all think that Earl's not doing nothing? Like y'all coming out making these videos as if Earl just sitting on the couch eating chips or something. Like, I'm pretty sure he's doing something. So even when Derek said, "Oh, he not in the gym," that was just a blanket statement. Like, is he not in the boxing gym with you? Is he going to Planet Fitness? Like you got to have more clarity on what that means. Is he running? All he said was he not in the gym and he got his mind right, and everybody ran with that. He not taking the rematch serious. He ain't in the gym and he ain't this and that. And I was like, and you got to understand these trainers and stuff be saying stuff just, strategically to play little mind and head games. So I don't know why people took that and ran with it like that, as if Earl has never been serious about his craft.
Well, anything to make Derek James look bad. Just like people were saying, if Ryan had lost, Derek needs to pack it up and retire. Like that. Anything that makes Derek, even Earl, because a lot of people hate on Earl because he done beat a lot of their favorite fighters. Anything to make them look bad, to make that whole division in Texas, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just always a hate. It's always just a hate with them. That's why. So they took it, like Ryan made the statement that I'm the last person, you know what I'm saying, that I forgot how he said it, but it did not indicate that Earl was
At
no
all.
longer with
At
Derek.
all. He said, I'm Derek's last fighter. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
last fighter, exactly. And they took that and said, "Oh, it's true. Earl is no longer with Derek." And I'm like, "Yo, how did y'all pull them two together like that? That don't even make sense."
That didn't make sense because Frank Martin was at the fight supporting him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I'm like, y'all really? It's just hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain people that run with. And right now, let's face it, y'all. For the whole year, regardless if it's Ryan taking a knee, Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? Truth, I got to pick on Truth because he in the chat. But, Lomachenko getting beat up by Dev. Who else? My boo-boo getting towed up. And I love Earl. I don't play about Earl Spence. But the person that's the lowest hanging fruit right now in boxing as far as performances this year is Earl Spence. He's the easiest one to critique. They've always wanted something to talk to him about. They talk about, to talk about. They've always wanted to downplay Derek James. I mean, come on. It's something when Rolly Romero can actually fix his lips and say that Derek is a trash coach. And we all see who his dang on. I'm not saying Bullet is a horrible coach, but he is nowhere near Derek James. I mean, come on now, y'all. You feel me? So no. Like, he's just low. They just low hanging fruit right now. It's easy for them to pick on. But I want to thank everybody for coming up here. Bullet Gibson King, what's your last words?
Y'all already know, peace and blessings to everybody, man. Y'all boys, take care of your families. Take care of your families, look after your kids and everything of that nature, man. Love the ones that's around you in person, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, have love for each other on the internet. But this is just boxing talk. So it ain't never nothing to have hate towards somebody for. Of course, it's like, I may not agree or y'all may not agree. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we all human beings. And most of us, for the most part, we're black or brown. You know what I'm saying? I'm adding the Spanish as well, but so, I love my people for the most part. And December 9th, big Hanos by 8th round knockout. I'm telling you.
Okay, Bullet, talk your stuff then. Queen 2 Cents, what you got for me, Queen? And y'all make sure y'all check out 2 Cents page, man. What you got for me?
Appreciate y'all for letting me come up. Upper, thank you for letting me come and cook on your panel. Key, it's always a good time when we come up here and cook on this boxing. I had a good time today. I enjoyed coming up here. I'm torn between the Regis and Haney fight. I honestly want them both to win because they, this win will do something good for both of their careers. But I do see Haney being able to pull it off. But hopefully Regis could make it a tough, if he can make it a tough, rough fight, he might be able to pull off the knockout. I don't see Haney stopping nobody. I hate to say it, but I think Haney gonna pull off the decision.
Okay, all righty, yep, and we're gonna have definitely a full breakdown tomorrow, cause strap season will be here. Strap season. Go ahead, Upper. I'm sorry.
And I like to say there's a piece of bliss to everybody that came. And to be honest, I hope it's a great fight. I want to see a great fight out there. I want to see Devin and Regis both put it on the line. And if it's a great fight, it don't matter who wins because we win as boxing fans for watching it. And if you're not subscribed to 2 Cent, you're missing out on some good content. Make sure you subscribe to her. And like I said, I want to see Devin and Regis do their thing. 2 kings that's fighting each other. It's a beautiful thing. Hopefully everybody else start mixing it up, especially next year. And like I said, I want to see if Devin can handle the pressure. I want to see if Devin can evolve. I want to see if Devin can be the man that everybody say he is. And if so, I'll make a video that night because me and Key also going to be doing a post-fight breakdown that night. So peace and blessing to everybody that came through. And Key's going to get the closing words, and I'm out.
Yes, thank you guys for coming in. I definitely appreciate it. Shout out to Ray Davis, Dean, 2 Cents, Bullet Gibson. Thank you guys for coming here. All things as always. Thank you. Frequent Flyer. Shout out to you, King. Black All Day. Locked in. Yes, thank you for locking in the 2 Cents channel. Dank Lucane. I'm gonna make it tough and rough. Oscar De La Fishnet. Dank, child, no, please leave Oscar alone. Expensive paper, bomb squad. Oh yes, and don't worry, expensive. Next week is all about the day of reckoning. Oh my God, I can't wait till the 23rd, yo. I'm so lit for that. I'm so lit for that show. That's gonna be that's such an excellent fight.
Oh, next week is Morrell.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I want to talk about that too. That's all. Oh yeah, we definitely, of course, we cooking on David Morrell, of course.
David Morrell and Wilder.
Yep.
And AJ.
Yep, and we don't have Upper ain't got nothing nice to say about AJ, so it's gonna be.
Damn sure don't.
He gonna be cussing AJ out
like a damn sailor.
I'm about to
hey, y'all think Wilder can go to 175?
Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If David Benavidez can make 168, hell yeah, Wilder can make it.
I heard him talking about going to different weight classes. I said, "Oh, that'd be so nasty."
To put all them boys to sleep, Lord Jesus.
And look, especially if he get undisputed at heavyweight, and then as he gets older, he drops down to cruiser and then bridger. Because, as you get older, he dropped down. Hell yeah. Dank Lucane, that's Wilder and AJ and all them fight on the 23rd. The heavyweight championship, the heavyweights. It's called the Day of Reckoning. Hey, frequent. And hell, I like to see Wilder go down there and fight Better BL.
Aquaflex, shout out to you, King. Aquaflex ain't going. He said, y'all better give Bud props. I know that's right. He said 154 is not going to make a difference. We don't know until we see Aquaflex. We don't know. Let me see that whole boy. Shout out to you, King. Jermaine Wood, Earl not in the gym because they don't know when the rematch is happening or if it happens again. Who knows if PBC even wants the rematch. Yeah, we was cooking on that. That's what Crawford's saying. But I think that they're going to want that because if they could put on again, Boo Boo versus Benavidez, and they do less than 100K with all them bangers on there, that undercard is, in my opinion, is the best undercard of the year. That was a great live pack fight.
Even the prelims was good.
Yeah, even the prelims was good, and that only did less than 100K. You already know, Bud and Spence doing over 300,000. So the money is there. I don't know. Aaron Muhammad, shout out to you, King. Thank you for coming through. Of course, as always, the beautiful Coach Amber up in there talking her big stuff about Bud Crawford. You feel me? Errol Spence, like she said, he coming back to get it in blood. Brian King, shout out to you, King. Thank you for coming through. Zenith, I don't like that it's in Saudi, but I'm excited for that card. I miss the heavyweights. Facts. Bud a bad MF. But I'm rocking with Earl all day. Shout out to you, Bullet. I thought you knew about that, Dank. I didn't know that you didn't know about that. I'm sure PBC don't want to pay, but they trying to pay him as little as possible, bro. He done ran off on the plug already. Like, dang, how much more money you want? But anyways, we've cut into Just Do time. Make sure y'all go ahead and tune in to Just Do if you haven't already. Shout out to Just Do and his family. Shout out to you guys for coming through, listening, as always, and contributing to the conversation, except for the one individual that we had to block that got a little disrespectful. But shout out to y'all, man. Peace and blessings to y'all family. God bless you guys. Bullet is correct. December 9th. It's about to go down in 48 hours. We got Robisi Ramirez and Devin Haney. Devin Haney looking to become a 2-division champion, going up to 140 to fight the Ruby.
Hey, you got Robisi Ramirez, Devin Haney, and we got Andy Cruz.
Oh, yeah, and Andy Cruz. Yeah, we got that tomorrow. We're going to bring up all the fights so that we can give Strap Season the predictions again. So don't worry, we going to do all that tomorrow, chat. And upper is right. We got Andy Cruz tomorrow as well. Icon Canadian, I see you up in there, King. Thank you for coming through. And shout out, and this thumbnail is dedicated to Paulie Magnolia. Malinaji and Adrian Broner, stealing Paulie's girlfriend. I'm being a troll because don't disrespect Devin Haney them like that. That was bogus. Anyways, I'm out, y'all. Blessings to y'all.
All right, nigga. Y'all nigga keep talking about you want smoke.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK to anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split. LPN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple off Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got